Ghana football. What county? Only prosecutor, I want to be prosecutor, some papa and a crack. One giant through home. What do my yes so prosper? Yeah, football.
If you put this Magiska Management Committee for an emoji appearance fee of $100,000.
A cram. Say a Giska a cram. Meeting up playing con man rescue my life. My rescue my life and a man rescue my life. Huh? You can Nigeria Omubu and then Omukasai Omu hobby. As they say, some journalists have been we in somehow money na Omunya Mabo Mutimikasa. Yen Momo na Ukase. Yeah, $100,000 Ghana ni BSC and Yesika we deserve it. Yeko Nigeria, ye Bahayani Black Star, Yeko Nigeria, Yeko Ajumana Jaiwa Eko Ethiopia Ube Ajuma Ube Yokra win 100, but Ethiopia wouldn't know Ubenya more than that. Say a cramwa. Yedi didn't ye be out. Say cram or woman can say ya fum a cram. No woman can emphasize.
I don't think that it is something I'll recommend. We are in a period that we are in austere situation. Say you Kakra to build sports infrastructure in Ghana. Then now you Speniska to transport supporters and people all the way to America. Askan 5 multi-purpose parks in some of the communities for me. I believe, say, you Ghana for be in those areas. Find your own resources. We can facilitate your travel documents. Then you go. And now we should mobilize from the corporates, possibly both private and public. Let's mobilize and give support to the. So the travel and tours are more for business. But if government can team up and get the corporates to support, a very good idea. But say they are buying car, the share budget, and say the supporters I don't think that. So far, what the Minister for Finance have captured in his budget, a cost to us preparing and for the national team's appearance. There is no component in the budget for supporters.
Happy Sports, le meilleur. Happy Sports, supérieur. Happy Sports, exceptionnel. Happy Sports, numéro 1.
Listen to Happy Sports on 98.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Kwame Jumo Ajimai oko AFCON. In fact, oka few Ghanaian journalists. Few Ghanaian sports journalists are a call AFCON be free day one. Eko see the last day. Nyina omo cover AFCON no. Almost enra menene kasa osi oko almost the 9 cities na omo de year no. Oko be bi o cover be bi. Eno ba be piemu e wo dwumade so ne ene na di nkomo. Ye be debriefing no. Ye be debriefing esa anse the course so Senegal any Morocco no. Ewo Rabat na owo hobby. Sa tense atmosphere no afa there. In terms of because of TV production, tiye TV no. Ye hu niema ni bebre. Ye wie ye no na niema ni bebre ye hu wo social media. Kane na nka abehun se fans ye kiki ni nyina ka ombetwa ene there. In terms of production onye sa director bia ni ho so called director bia so called ni ho a disturbances koso a obepeke kura on fan to TV so enti de yehu ye no na Kwame owo hobie na obeba sanso na Jessica Fiamponsan beba ene okọ amanone a de enema enkrofo ka ye Manchester Manchester ye de biempa special ye de ka na unim se there's this and some say Kopama
or a Manchester fan and
Kopama.
They were even thinking that within, or they will start pursuing him from now. And I deal with me catch the Koku Azane and Amwako. It's a boy, no, a pure fan of Manchester United.
Of course.
And born bred in Manchester United.
Just that when you United Academy in the cool city.
Yes.
Because oye Manchester United fan and if you na ne mama ne papa obia Manchester United.
Yes, almost pursuing is Man U.
In fact, ne mame and ne papa they are season match ticket holders.
Yes, of Manchester United.
Of Manchester United. Ɛno nti na yɛ nkrɔfoɔ nwanwa sɛ Tamwa City jane kwan amana kono United ankofa no.
Of course.
Because they believe say because of the Manchester United affiliation no ɛno nti kura na ɔmo jane ma ne call Tamwa. Ɔmo jane no because
ya na obekro so carpet.
Enye den ya if a brand ne what tattoo be is alleged say or Manchester United tattoo ɛwɔ ne ho. Manchester United logo no the tattoo ɛda ne ho.
But he's the best player in Chelsea now.
Season where they form ne call.
Although he may have an injury. Yes.
Say oko injury.
But
Waba.
We take anything away from him in terms of quality. He stands tall.
Yes, quality dear.
He stands tall.
Bia omo ewo Chelsea ho a ode ne betoto ne ho a Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, and Moise Caicedo.
Yeah. But
these three players
here in review no so I know one your friends and
the form no free city buy no.
Yes.
23-24 no.
He was absolutely the best.
Top.
Even all of them.
Top.
Yeah, they never compared.
But I say he was the Premier League player of that season.
Yes. And for me, it's a step in the right direction for Manchester United, if probably Omunyana. Because Kopama on a good day is better than our wingers, any of our wingers.
Now, Obetimi replicated that form now. Unyani 23-24 ewo Chelsea no.
Good. Who said is saying Obama pep speed game. And the entire amount for linking it is here the fact say within the season Carrick no install back the kick and run system of Manchester United. And that is why we share go Brian Mbeumo share na it was 2 passes from 18-yard box and then Pepe. From him to
Bruno.
And
Bruno,
then ran with it.
Bruno ran with it to him.
So that is the system. Na Paul schools, you been to Dwadiok and the co and the rest. No mujna hoye. Eti Sabra no a striker. The only thing is that you have to position yourself. In Tina Nameka say the days of Paul schools and the rest no. Na gigs mo ye in say go be to say Haaland and Manchester United anymore. Go be to 70 to 80 goals within a season. Because Omo kike run here. The next thing say more diagonal pass to the 80-yard. And until then ma obi to say Olegunnar Solskjaer. No, I'm saying for your friend a wonderful substitute because his positioning in front of the pole was absolutely the best. Oprah one of the typical number 9. No position you power for balls. Yeah, a free wings bar. Na abrantia a friend Olegunnar Solskjaer.
Say
muntem.
Ɛno nti na nkrɔfoɔ bi susu sɛ ɛbrɛ Alan Shearer free Bolton Wanderers akɔ Newcastle no senka oba unim say even before oba akɔhyia Newcastle for no na he was supposed to have had a meeting with Sir Alex.
Of course.
Ɔkɔ na nka ɛsɛ ɔyɛ Manchester United meeting na ansa na akɔ Newcastle deɛ ɔkɔ Newcastle deɛ na ɔbaeɛ no Sir Alex say wakɔ Newcastle deɛ ndia ɛno ano.
The man was huge.
Ɛno ano no untimi nkohyi obi ansa na wabɛhyia no nti ɛno na nkrɔfoɔ su sɛ nko ba Manchester United.
It's either the boss or no one else.
Yes, Obama Alan Shearer ba Manchester United anka nei ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔhyɛ 266 goals per in the Premier League. One share Haaland mo ne ebetimi aba besan ko ba anko hyɛ bebree.
Yes, because
ɔbɛhyɛ 400
from 1982. Hughes more time players na dey banner virtually obi to say Ryan Giggs no no young players but Hughes and the rest no me consistently if you bra omukofo the highest player sold player na in the shape of this French player
Cantona Eric Cantona,
yes, from Leeds no the team was consistent say Osha, if changing from Premier League, no. If Alex Ferguson's team dominated that virtually every year, there was revelation in Manchester United.
Of course.
Ebaya, the Kofa said, Cantona would also be of help. And of course, the best player in that year, he was the best player in the Premiership.
Of course.
It's we are best player.
King Cantona.
Yes. If you have to be a best player in the Premiership, you need to be with the best team. And the best coach, which is Alex Ferguson. It is Abrano, 1.7 million pounds sterling.
King Cantona.
Yes. And those times, and when I started that's your first Sikasem sale transfers a year per jam. Now you get the players so because That now Alex Ferguson. But you see, Cantona considered a lot of things. Newcastle and the rest were there. But he considered Alex Ferguson and the team Manchester United. You know, sometimes I'm for Manchester downgrading to some level. It's mission because
if they
in the last 12 years, yes.
If they don't know your story,
they underrate you. In the last 12 years, Manchester United performing, but in terms of value, Manchester take off from beyond 3 that. It is always Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Manchester United, or Madrid, Manchester, Barcelona. So it goes a long way to tell you, say, this is a club that was managed well in the past.
In the past, by Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yes.
But weekend win, so a big game,
Yes.
At the Emirates, at
Arsenal,
the Emirates Stadium, no. The league leaders, Arsenal, the informed team in Europe.
When you say team, me or form crowd means through the ball. Arsenal against Manchester United.
And no, I'm share head to head, and in fact, you show more than you show home more than.
And you know what? Ateta Bayern. Ubi Obakas one year team ya no boy.
Washishe
team in the last 5 years.
Special washishe
team no. Washishe team need to say chess. And baby able to be a winya Obibi show.
Untimin checkmate.
Yes. But so what shall consistently ABOB observe in the last 4-5 years no so. Arsenal match beyond Manchester United. It was only once and not dominating Manchester United in terms of your offensive attacks. But no crown. Manchester had an opportunity and didn't have the good players to score for them. So Obakaya 2022-2023 season. Manchester United virtually played the same venue no. Manchester 2-1. Virtually played everything out. And I felt say a lack of a good strikers are Manchester are lucky in the last 4-5 years are Ateta prefer team no. Ateta will good team or fine football. But I'm telling you, Manchester team
now are building the special.
Manchester, I believe say, born a draw. Any draw, Manchester could go up by a goal
and win that game.
I'm telling you,
it's special.
And yet patriotism na me.
Special.
And yet, I say Arsenal. The last 3 matches in the Premiership now, because you draw.
We drop a point.
Yes, we drop a point.
We drop a point.
So
we drop a point against City Ground against Nottingham Forest.
Of course.
Echo ball 0-0. In fact, I think this season that's the only Premier League game Arsenal team yanshi go.
2025. Within a year FA Cup, no, so Manchester number 1-1.
Sure.
Sure. And Manchester did penalty for now, Adebaku in the Premier League 2023, maybe 2023, almost share 3-1 at the Emirates. Now, say games no, minim says I now share players are not Manchester United. It was that time no. Was players are not virtually. Men can say a average players. Because Abraham na akwana omo friend Bruno no na naked team no. If Bruno fails on the day, virtually team ni na baby anye. And I'm saying say, wa uni jidira sa pa ka chose wo de munyai ma me nwa, maybe me nwa me hope. But truth is that Arsenal team and you be jina baby akase Arsenal ni team and akase if you are Manchester United a team way better than Arsenal Derby and
they have a very good goalkeeper.
Yes. But I realize is say Manchester is share teams akase na when they are on form.
But yes,
taking the cue from the last match,
yes, but you see,
we are not going to play any good football there.
Because big teams in also
yes.
Manchester United tend to struggle with the small teams. Because and ball low blocks. Manchester United tend to struggle with them, but only a City be ball City players. And they are not going to sit back against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Arsenal against Manchester United.
They will dominate Manchester United.
They are not going to sit down.
They will dominate Manchester United. In fact,
especially
first round, they dominate you.
One goal.
This time, a better tennis pepe. Dominating game from all angles. But I'm telling you, with passes, 2-3 now beside the share, that would make the difference. About 1 goal different. If it is 2, it is going to be 2-3, 3-2.
Hey, this is Arsenal team. Yeah, Shomu Emirates ho. Emirates was season. Season one lose game be our Emirates.
Men can sir, me say a draw or win for Manchester United. On Tiasia, share time when we share Manchester 3-1. That was 2023 na American. Obi Anthony Martial, Anthony, and Rashford.
Front three no.
Front three no. Na Bruno Ejina 15, Eriksen, Casemiro, Okrafo nyina mi enu na ebo 15 o. Dalot, Akoya, ya Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yes. For 3. Na ono.
Say we Congolese.
Na Dalot, Akobo 3. Na Saro on nebo 2. Imagine. Lindelof, Martinez cried and fan say. And in that match, Martinez was rated poorly. Well, not even rating of 7.
So who can team a ball in
Onana in the post
23
Yeah.
The team that would start against Arsenal on Sunday no.
Yes.
Ebia Martinez.
Yes.
Ebia Lisandro Martinez any Bruno Fernandes.
Yes. And say Mazraoui Yaba it's Dalot because I done maybe.
No, me can almost start. Yes.
But
I think said Dalot the best started.
Dalot best started. Best started. Now
I know say former.
Na Dogu atrasiana.
No. Say Dogu no obebon 3. Obebon as went back. They said your ball no.
Na Mazraoui ya transform.
Yeah. So no ofri AFCON fan now.
I believe say no training for family. On the 4 days they make that tactical change.
I believe say former Ekuta Mazraoui no they free AFCON ban. So starting games.
Yes.
Manchester United.
And I make say.
But I don't think so best started because of traveling, any stress, any adina. I don't think so best started. Doesn't mean say is. I think say
Udru what about Tuesday?
So
started
Sunday.
training Tuesday.
Okay, so Tuesday.
Started training Tuesday.
Because Manchester more any other competition, they have full 7 days to train.
What the 4 days, Carrick, or the 4 days ni training your car say any mischief with my Abrantia, your friend Kobe Menu Mebo. Was I proud to that? No, I can't actually say so be a building team now around him now. Kobe Menu. Because Orona from academy to senior level, who the woman PI or Manchester camp. It is a whole probia or betting me at tech club nase. Now what the philosophy no from that far Kobe Menu. It was just that Amorim was not giving him
the opportunity
that necessary opportunity to play. Now what did buy within 4 days no more training no. You saw Kobe Menu's performance against City. Me empire me born say lack me smile on team your friend lack me smile on team your friend of Manchester United. And if it smiles on us, sure, I'm thinking say Arsenal can never beat Manchester United. I am one of them that believe so.
So the all can be
yes. Maybe Obia teams
but team Arsenal wanted the
oh, now they Galacticos near ball. A friend is Real Madrid. Real Madrid 2004, 2003.
Arsenal players, they are not Galacticos, so they are not big name players.
They are,
but coach, what team are building a
City,
very competent
City
team.
League, no, be Angelo. So that team no hey. Team be a fan Emre from John Stones to attack Haaland. In the last one, last two, no. Why not Emre as a player?
Oh, send the Pep Magic crown soccer.
Pep Magic na na sa Pep Jana na so pa no gonna social the team Pogba mu wom kwese no. Okay.
Oh, send the Derby. Derby is me the Derby is ni there. Eya me canton is out. Derby there. Manchester United. Any Liverpool. Big Derby. We are seeing in a top Derby. Enti no. Really, bibia betimi esi.
But Manchester and Arsenal, then it doesn't look like derby.
No, it's not. And it's two Premier League clubs. But Jesse Ababe kan, Jesse Memo Akwaba, bibia boko there.
Jesse so Obama me yere.
Bibia boko. Na okay, Matonka ba. Also be my special girlfriend.
Jesse so Obama my girlfriend.
Me show me my girlfriend.
So I catch them say me worry. And I'm still me girlfriend.
Na so two for say worry. I know say. I know just say.
I know catch them say wait here. Possible. Possible ni enkonfo bi so etem. Anti Actually, number say it is possible no. Satam ni nche na ntimi nya ne mayi. Enti na me gitums okay nya hwe.
Enti just any pe carnation girls ne ba akoma no. Why na pe carnation girls ne ba akoma no. Pe lawyers ne ba.
Just so nua ne me.
Pe lawyers ne ba.
Pe nua ne me.
There be unim.
Ya danfo me no ni brenya danfo lawyer wa ware. Mi busa okeke.
Waware pa ema ebakra bem kra.
Oh sa. Me refi ni dimpo your friends.
E friend Anita.
Jesse
Cancel your child.
Me enchia na. Na wa be de ma me enchia Gloria.
Afi de we chia Gloria.
Me enchia Gloria.
Ade una all the information no man.
Me man information bia. Me ne nimpo nkasa throughout this festivity me ne nkasa. Just that be 3 days ago me fa ni fie na nimu ho.
Ofa enim
me fa fie na nimu. Tama me fa ho no ni ho. No, set time no we dwuma mu.
Time be na.
Me fa ho around be 2:30 set time so no. Or you be adwuma set time no you be.
Any kwesi ada e bia e bi share wo be bia.
Yes, kwesi ada e bi share.
Jesse Kofi Aponsa.
Kwesi ada de eye coming homecoming.
Jesse ba wo hu me.
Ye be ye niema na bibia. O hu sen.
Ma share apartment ka share.
But guys, we there Jesse ye mo akwaba. Obey na ye hwe there's this transfer speculation, huge news say Manchester United you move Chelsea Abrantie Kopama. The Manchester hierarchy believes say Abrantie no or true Manchester United true and true. Ne ma ne papa nyina season ticket holders for Manchester United and all that. So Arsenal ni nje papa Ubeka proud to say Maresca Ebeko no. Now there were issues with player no, the medical staff of Chelsea, any coach and all that and so one issue. Big game for the week Manchester United and Arsenal team won. I doubt say at the Emirates Manchester United can beat Arsenal to say the special episode okano esan say season we enya de omalusu game bi ha Emirates enti ebeye din pa. I think said the top team in Europe, Champions League, 7 games, 7 wins. The Omati Timokra to the round of 16. Now for yen celebrity Casemiro kakra. The time at Manchester United, Abanewe as summer.
The time at Manchester United, they and this year to be insurance.
So no before the banner almost were born a ball.
Don't know the ball now, boy, no boy. Real Madrid no journey titles.
Oh, but say Oba United and G2 or G2 or GFA Cup and League Cup.
And you're not much so I'm the Ten Hag. Ten Hag or the
managers
so G2 trophies. G2 trophies.
But some much so did
no, there be a no crowd by any time. FA Cup no win here by any time.
To was. Abrantie any year say a man who chilling the power or qua when you hear mu power or you know 2 titles. Or 2 titles. Yet no crowd, but yet it didn't keep him in the job.
Of course. No titles will not keep you. Football is result oriented.
And his slot title is keeping him his job.
Then one title.
But it's keeping him his job.
How many years has he been there?
But
it's keeping him his job.
But Jesse, the point is that Premier League trophy, in as much as Okwanyo G no F Padima Liverpool. So 110 around, the other question 110 around, and now he's a winner.
The point is now then 10 around, then 13 draws now, 13 unbeaten now, draw baby.
But still, I Nananka or Lusu or what they said you know lose. Look, weekend way or Lusu against Burnley. Anka now a Jadaneto
the facts of board draw no cry.
No cry.
But the point is that Liverpool falling in at your man boy to the end of the season.
Yeah, but Mamma see you. Me see you.
Very careful.
Oh God. Or see this Dutch managers, they don't win anything for any club.
Ukraine those were providing all the needed evidence.
Ten Hag, we need FA Cup, Manchester United.
FA Cup, Manchester United, and then title FA Cup no more.
No, but
At the stage of Manchester,
when you say Dutch managers, I'm saying even Ancelotti, Waji Premier League, Louis van Gaal, the obey in our Manchester United, or GFA Cup.
But Musakino.
Oh yes.
I don't know. Ancelotti end of the season, be Jano Kwan.
Zoka said Dutch managers any trophies.
Now, who Jano Kwan wa kofa
Bra, one say me be too bra for say. Me be too bra for say. Me be too bra for say. Bra,
Omra,
brefie, efie ni fie. Efie ni wara wodi.
O fie mi.
Ena me ba nya abotre.
O fie mi no.
Sa efie wono, omu ni abotre ma coach se ti se wono. Omu ni sa abotre no. Me tu sa afo no. Bra ntie mi. Ena okoye
Matise mo chichi na ewure matise ba ye mo frɛ no so de.
Oh, say yende ba. Yende ye ginu.
Good times ba. Ye hwese an slot niema enko yie.
Oh, and
January ye moa ne papa enti anya na ne at the end of the season no mo gya ne kwan. No ya adwenbɔne o.
And slot ni de be gya no kwan. Enya adwenbɔne. Alonso ye free o si who keep an slot. Omre fie. Hey, Befie papa.
Yes, Anna Real Madrid for you no Befie
Liverpool, Real Madrid situation. One say club bia any identity. So Real Madrid no omo fa boga swine. Until we now be ni o bia no mama okofi ko. Omo de no omo ni abotre for coaches. Yen ye wa abotre. Na ni sloti. Real Madrid I say almost sake no cross about any time around.
And kono October, September, October hokora.
Chelsea akoko. Ti club bia ni su ene ne ban. Ye wabotre. Enti na ye abotre man is slot na Alonso di Champions League mai.
Abotre na wanya ni nyina se waji bibi nti na
club buy in the first.
So no onye hwe. Ti we de nya abotre man.
Club buy in the first 4 seasons or di dem mai.
But the mutu Europa
final title.
Now final title. So be you be dia. A year in review.
Now we're making progress.
No, but I'm saying that I'm saying the point I'm making is that no on J title. But not the all year and say obey my title.
Yes.
Alonso ba never. Alonso ba no be here or the
principle will apply.
The same principle will apply. Fingers crossed. And it's not only on for a season no. Baby odi ebe do bia ba won make sure say obi ja Champions League football because enu ye di ja no.
Oh, na say baby amode de mu bebo.
Enye easy sir on Manchester United enye easy sir.
Manchester United no new coach bounce no.
Liverpool Manchester United. We win one game after new manager bounce.
You so mu say.
Na say Liverpool crown the league log omoda saying.
Who ba be bisa me.
Omoda okay 4th 5th and at Chelsea 6.
Yes.
And so what it means is that 5 clubs
36 35 against Manchester.
5 clubs and a bebo Champions League.
You see the point is that Arne Slot must begin beyond drawing. He must begin to turn the draws into wins. He must now begin to what do you call it? Go on a run. Loss no. Sisi draws no. Ese etuka. Because Manchester United, whether you like it or not, the players are playing with a certain freedom.
Yeah, but now
one game.
There be any one game.
One game.
Any one game. So you see that the point is that some new manager bounce no. Unim time end.
Anyway, a bit me the na kobe 10 plus games.
Unim time end. Okay. And you can't predict say because they have to. You see, players no now they are playing because they want to prove a certain point. So to the new manager say, "Oh, they mebo." I mean, there's talk about even the contract. Getting new contract. But between the new they say why first no sure beko.
or the request crowd.
Absolutely. I mean, right from August. Because now, who the Amorim church. Bottom line is that you see a Karikaba, were a legend of the club. Sisi I take you over as an interim, manager. And man a lot of hope. Say Obemanabo.
Sure.
And of course, Casemiro it provides the opportunity for him to play.
Yeah.
And obviously, or Obebo. And Kobimenu actually say woman require Obo. Obebo. This is a Liverpool celebrating a certain, but point is that Kobimenu no Obobo. Bonimbo. Nanami Hundi Amorim Omanembo. But
also only Bruno for strange reason. Also only Bruno Fernandes elbow position.
But okay. Say Mona Mokofano. Nti etuje mo three back. Mundi coach ko arrangement say. Mundi coach
Abraham Manchester United say three back coach.
Three back system and amebo. Now ma signing. For more manage United DD. Radinian Coupon, Alex Ferguson United. And I see.
And to Kobimenu no Obebo. So and the new manager bounce, no.
And so other players no so bebo. See African Cup of Nations So me, I have said, this United, team, they be favor on 4-2-3-1 system.
So put the old candidate. Weekend.
Look, it's the best system for the players they have.
Yeah.
Kunya.
This analysis, in the sometime October.
That's that. So it's a very you just have to see the players and know say 4-2-3-1 system they be work here. And so far, now the thing with the new manager bounce, they say. There's always a test. With the new manager bounce, now Abia, Wakaku share leads be no show. I feel now then the resolve of the players say indeed, Oma already saw Mbama no, Oma already saw Mbama club no will be tested. Now another place, Abia Wakaku Bodrobi, now fe we know a salty. Now winning mentality. Now I said now then now the coach's job now comes. Say, now how do I get my team to now start believing in themselves? Say they can win after some patchy results. It's a very important place. But see the new manager bounce almost enjoy and ADSC. Almost enjoy, but one careful say Drew Bebia. Trials now, players no, think koda, and that they will stand by the coach and then continue to play for him and play for the club. It's very important. But of course, I mean, they are in it. In TCC Arsenal game, they say you can't really. Amorim Mohaka will be very easy to predict the game. But Sisia, the Aquabani say Amorim, there's a new manager. He's doing new things. He's doing things that is allowing the players to feel comfortable in how they want to play and everything. And look, it's a big deal for Arsenal. But it's at the Emirates.
Yeah.
This season, I think that it's about Liverpool when they're to go and really cause them some problems. But no crano. Sabona Liverpool boy, a man 4 years, Liverpool ball.
No, second half.
No, but second half, no, then you pass the ball around.
No, so you compare to the first half. First half was abysmal. So when you pick up the second half and play.
Second half, we were only passing the ball around.
Square passes, yes.
It was a boring game. So, and how many chances did we create with all the possession we had in the second half?
Okay.
We didn't threaten Arsenal.
Yeah.
But when they went to our penalty box, it was cause for worry. And sometimes this thing say, look, our game against
Burnley.
No, the last one, the Champions League game.
Against
against Marseille. That's the kind of game you want to see.
Even that game away, fantastic.
Yeah. So begin to create the chances, convert some of them, waste some of them, and then we can see say you are now getting back to your. But coach, I explain you. Say teams ball blocker. You can only pass the ball. You can't really. So at the end of the season, you don't quarantine any problem. But say United will be. I mean, I think that they can trouble this Arsenal team. Look, with all the the fantastic season that Arsenal has had, and nobody takes that thing away from them. I think still one more ni mo na sharp papa. Still Victor Jokeres here mo koto no kra senke.
Actually say really Ateta na ohia a number like a striker.
But say you say ohia striker. No,
but koto ni ba actually
the fact say player ni embo number.
Because he's not scoring.
The fact say player ni embo number no. And as one share no doesn't mean that they didn't need a striker. It maybe he was for the Portuguese league, not the English league. So Ababa Obebo Yehuno. Obebo bi anko yi call championship na ehono so efa kakra na or the call Portugal na ehono onya ya ne yeah. So and Arsenal for atam ska twitwi di akwa kofa na ba na hoping say oba be solve omo you can say omo strikers headache no, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to score. He hasn't been able to provide the goals. Is it the case say he's not being serviced well? I doubt. Say
beginning of the season, sana mekan say obia pese ohye, Bukayo Saka nya opese ohye, Martinelli nya opese ohye, Lisandro Trossard nya opese ohye. But so ono oda hono, his main way is to score.
Yeah, but
it is omu nyina nya no bia pese ohye, they are not creating chance. But you can't argue me. I can't argue the same because I've seen some create some chances but
you see the fact say omunya to mission omunya ana
yeah
good so if it's about the team fine ya kwako fawaba but it also behoves on the coach say obe deploy a system ebe mo feeding
yeah
no ashe
yes
but has he deployed that system?
No.
Are they feeding him?
No.
But the little that they are feeding him, is he able to convert? That's also another problem. And for me, well, whatever it is, Nimo still and Shedan sharp. But point is, because they are scoring, and unfortunately, teams now, and that's one of the, and I know if I empower here, you would disagree, but you see, teams now, Arsenal, chase no. I feel Matiada. Enkoye
Liverpool ni City ni
enkoye enti shut down who Arsenal strength papa. But of course the other thing is that in the Champions League bobre. But again Champions League group stage last season Liverpool gidi PSG na omo chire ni bibi kakra bi. So enti for me look, Premier League side, the Arsenal is not getting the competition that they need. That's the truth. That City at this point, I mean, City Premier League. January you book now want to put a game of
2026. We need Premier League game.
Yeah, so I mean it's unlike City. Say, but again you want to talk about the fact say just cover your. Ruben Diaz. This. I mean, if you have two of your best centre backs injured, that's a huge problem.
But it happens to every club.
No, but
in the league it happens.
TW. Say,
they had their top two defenders, Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, injured at a point.
But just cover the Ruben Diaz. They have had to even go and buy another centre back.
Magay.
So clearly, I mean, their hands have been forced literally because in the Magay, you can't say conversation. City was nowhere near it. But by virtue of the fact that just go by the Omonia issues, they have had to go and cough up money and then buy. So really, you can sort of understand. But of course, Pep Guardiola. I remember the season at Liverpool G League.
It's a tough season for him.
No, the season at Liverpool G League, bro. See, almost to be for a title because Emerick Laporte pride. But this time is precarious. I mean, to have Ruben Dias and then
Vasco
Vardio. No, I mean, for them to.
But do you think on Sunday Manchester United can trouble Arsenal?
They can. And missing new manager bounce, no. The player. That's what did TG.
But can they test their resolve? That's the point. Can Manchester United test Arsenal's resolve? They have a very good goalkeeper. Look at their back four, solid. Can they really test their resolve in terms of winning the Premier League?
I think that they will cause them a lot of trouble because, look, if you look at the system that Carrick would deploy, it will allow for fluidity. It will allow the players to really play according to their strength, and it's a very flexible. It's one of those systems I love so much. It's flexible. You can do a 4-3-3. It can turn into a 4-4-2. So you can vary it at any time. The 4-2-3-1 system is a very, very, very flexible system, and you can have a situation where Brian Mbeumo can move to the left, and so it will be players are usually not static. In the 4-2-3-1 system, players are not static, especially if all the players have the ability to play across the front three. They are not static. It is we a defender, and you have been tasked to mark players in a 4-2-3-1 system. It's very difficult because, especially if the coach has given the players that laxity to switch flanks and to be able to try and then deceive their markers. It makes it very difficult. For me, look, United can trouble Arsenal. As to whether they can win, I have my doubts. But say more things to worry about. They can. And look, the game. Of course, Nancyana, Arsenal to me, United and him. So I mean, bottom line is that
dominate your match.
Yes. So but at the end of the day, we should have a very, very, very good game. If it was under Amorim, we would have said that, Charlie. But see a Carrick or the new vibe,
and especially when Manchester United, they are not in any competition. They have a
time to relax, to rest their players and all this. But of course, I mean that's an advantage for them. But at the end of the day, Arsenal, they are ready for it. I mean, they have a large team. They have I mean this season they have shown that they have depth, and therefore look, that shouldn't be a problem, a headache for Mikel Arteta. After all, he's comfortably. But
you also believe, said this game could be still Arsenal stand a chance to win the Premier League.
Why not? I mean, I think that they stand a greater chance, primarily because one more I saw more chase no. Obia tiada enkoye ma obia enti. You can at this juncture, even though it's early in the season, because look. Injuries can turn a lot of things around. You want to be cautious and especially when it is Arsenal that is on top, you want to be cautious in
your belief.
declaring say winning league, you know. But I think that to borrow Kwaku, you know, they are in a comfortable lead.
But you see, and my enchia Kwaku is so a big Arsenal fan, and they are in a very comfortable league. But Jesse, I know say what can be big around Manchester City, any injury issues, any other, but game both City rivals on last Saturday. That performance cannot be said because it's injuries.
No,
we were all over the place.
You see, I think that I think it was difficult for Pep to prepare for that game. Why? Because there was a new manager coming. What's he bringing? How is he going to approach the game?
So just prepare your team.
No, you prepare your team. But
should you care about it also?
No. If it was Amorim, he will know how to prepare because he knows what to expect. So, but then now Carrick, waboneda, and therefore it was always going to be difficult. Say, he would prepare his place and the kind of tactics and the kind of plan to deploy for that particular game. And so he came in. Of course he will prepare his team, but you don't know what you are going to meet. You are preparing against what? Inti after game no be chance no after that no who said there Carry approach game no. For example, was Carry going to still maintain the 3-back system that Amorim was playing and then gradually introduce them to a new system?
No, but under Fletcher said they didn't play the 3-back.
No, but
so he knew that after just before because of the sacking of Amorim, that 3-back at Manchester United was over.
But it is possible, but it is nobody knew what how Carrick was going to approach the game. Anyway. So at the end of the day, I think that's one of the things. And unim say English Premier League, managers take it time no steady. Sure. And Carrick Abbey by 2-3 games be or born the next 4th game and that team be finding out or exposing a pet or all the other teams, the subsequent games all the other teams would just go and pick the previous team or Lucy and also draw against. Now Omaka share how our boy and no not just say and it's not the no. So I mean at the end of the day for the English Premier, and that's why it's the most competitive league in the world because primarily the managers are always preparing for you. Sisi a woman who said Liverpool, you're a ball blocker. We get then to me in show. And ucha omunya set pieces a woman who said bono. And the best thing is that only Liverpool boa. Don't go toe to toe, just do your low block. And they will struggle. Do your low block, catch them on the break. That's all. And that's how one team pay Crystal Palace. No. And they are two you. Oliver Glasner whom be biana the far who Sabri compete I didn't say English Premier League no headache no we a manager tembia drink because especially if you are the one on top and the truth of the matter is that this season maybe the only manager who has not been found out because of the fact that won't lose here is Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta.
He's not been found out.
I mean, it's been difficult finding him out. But I don't know, by the end of the season, Obibe Chere Kwaya Ebe Fast Russian.
But they've lost some games.
They've lost at the beginning. But you see, the truth of the matter is that I think that let's credit Mikel Arteta for having a fantastic summer. I mean, players now they buy, they were on point and they've come to help the team. You criticize Madueke for all the things, but at the end of the day, he's always been a worthy substitute. So you want to talk about Eberechi Eze and how he's coming anytime Odegaard Ebra. And look, and it's the same system he's deploying, but at the end of the day, he's cutting he's gotten some players. Look at the purchase of Hincapi. Classic, wonderful. He's done a solid business. The difference between Arsenal and Liverpool, someone say, Liverpool, there were too many new players who have come into the team. Arsenal, they bought to augment. That's the difference. And Liverpool, a bit far, probably next season. So, and the next season, so Alonso Bar only vet from Paul. You want about that?
Sure.
Any new team, be any day, man. And for me, I think that so Liverpool season, someone you can't really. It will be very difficult to judge it because they are score now. Diogo Jota Frimu, you can say Nunes, so. A number of players are. Maybe you might want to describe, Nunes say no too. How do I describe him? Say we didn't feature a lot, but he was integral in a certain sense.
Yeah.
So into your core, the absence na hardring. Their score the absence na hardring because their score, obviously. We didn't have any direct player.
Very direct.
We didn't have that. Until next year, but ye jai Emma say small boy and Gomoa. But I expose you and Kakra because ye who say and look, and his slot has not given him a lot of games because of the age and in the situation. Oman too many games it might give him injury issues and all those things. And there was a need to manage the number of games out of the man. And I think that overall the coach has been justified in not using him. And you see, the thing is that 1 3 year, especially on Ngomo and the 1 3 how the emotions back as a coach, on pay young players. I said, but what's any press conferences, any justifications are them man. I think in the long run, the coach has been justified in not using him a lot because there have been other situations. Stefan Bajcetic, one will say the way you're stretching, now Cologne, now both games, you says, he's in the treatment room. There are other young players who have had challenges like this. So the coach, seeing all those things, decides and say, look, Ngomo and the managing near mano games, and so, in a certain sense, we did not replace Luis Diaz.
Yes, yeah.
And also high.
In as much as you bought a player, one replacing with the attributes.
Absolutely. Because Viet is not direct.
Yeah.
Gakpo, Shedan, say you run at you and be able to go around to dribble and all those things. Or he's not that type of player. So clearly, because Liverpool has not been able to did not do enough replacement, and Gravenberch last season fantastic, but Liverpool has not been able to. How do I put it? I think that we still need a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
But again,
Bibi Kakrebi on because
Casemiro
No, enye Casemiro de nimpo on the Albright eba minimum so de ne ho nsem bebe nti oba ne aye no because of Mohamed Kudus nti yenye bibi Spurs kakra Thomas Frank. There's a lot of pressure on him. If there will be the next casualty in the Premier League, maybe before February, Thomas Frank. What's happening to him as Spurs? Is it the Spurs nimuno omo niema from the hierarchy bano and tisana because he's a good manager.
But Daniel Levy now a problem no ko.
Yeah.
It is here when they had me.
No, but I said no onunku akọ no nkyere say
Debi.
Asesa
Daniel Levy na e boni di mboni. Ana.
Ono akọ.
Okọ.
Osisi oni ho.
Nti say Thomas Frank player be no bisa ya Vama no. I think that you see the Brentford situation and
Spare
situation, and yet the same. So, Brentford there, O'Connor, who put a number of games together now, almost league no matter why are there. But Oba Spurs target necessary. I think say Spurs for no say kombinya abotrea ebeboa because I look on also bought a lot of players who brought in a lot of new players.
Yeah.
And
they've been so
there's a need to really understand and then give him time. At least you know I pray and I hope say look there are some he will be able to turn the corner. Important because you see in as much as you're asking that you should be giving more time. The fact of the matter is that he must turn the corner and make sure say you put some wins together. So that at least a Bema hierarchy na relax kakra and fans no I relax kakra. But I don't understand why the Tottenham Stadium they've not, and it's not only him, they've not been able to make the place a fortress.
I'm surprised.
Why it Hartley no ne hoye and on besan go back
ne hoye ne hoye mo munya nka omo tena ho a
we back that have say hi you
na nka munya nka jabo omo tena ho a
baba say I mean
because they've had issues so after Mourinho omo kofa Nuno Espirito Santo omo after no
Postecoglou
Angie,
but Angie, I thought that they should have had time for Angie because he won them the Europa.
Yeah,
you understand. I mean, the fact that
on a difficult season, he was 16th.
Yeah, well, but at the end of the day, he finished behind Manchester United, OD 15.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I think that what they should have done was to back him because of the Europa or share Manchester United, they win. They should have backed him and then made him stay because, the ball no bonnefu, but as a name for results, Emma. So, but omunya time man, AB and anchor results nebeba over time, and this is a manager who has won your European trophy. So, and I thought say some amount of time would have been given him, then he would have seen what he can do. Because players now, the summer they brought in some good players. Yeah. Kudus, Javi Simons. This was a player who was being sought after by Chelsea. Now Javi Simons, I mean, it was clear that he was just waiting for Chelsea.
Randall Colomwani, Elfrey, PSG alone.
So
some players.
I think that Ange Postecoglou or her and go between baby but all the same almost Akino.
Sure.
Thomas Frank but Thomas Frank clearly Ejuma or is all here. Ejuma na is all here and he said he needs to turn the corner, make sure that he gets Tottenham to start winning games. Once they start winning games, I'm sure the hierarchy over there will relax for him. The fans will come back and support him and then see how he can carry it. Because I mean I love him as a coach, but I mean for a coach who was being considered for the English national team job,
he's a good coach, but
he's a very, very good
on team putting it together at Spurs. Yankoi na yemra yebaba pe na afi yeba bidin komo kweku ansan Albright eno de yen ekwama no tiewi ne yankomra
98.9 kweku ansan Albright Ghana's 5-star matobanya jimakonya as usual tete botan me baba som said yes akwa som ni wura ewanimiam enti egusu a som said yes som Ghana de hia nyina anonin sam na medeba. He who dwells in the secret place of the Lord Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Lord Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Amen. as usual, contento, 98.9. Manchester Happy 98.9 FM. All right, in Tampaso, Yanshan Samnase, and Free Europa League games are, and also a Cheguyandra, a Hunsun Sanswahodwa, and also a Pionia Dia. Now say, and a resource to be quiet, Bologna, Etna, Italy, and is started from Scotland, Akutie, Ubiashan Yonkoro, a Cameroon, Bran, and Magellan, and so about 3-3, Farabache, Etna Tech in Jordan in German. Etnafiem ama Aston Villa aba born 1-0 Feyenoord Rotterdam Etna Holland Eche Stormgrass from Air Switzerland upon 3-0 Austria Rada upon 3-0 Freiburg Eche Maccabi Tel Aviv from Israel upon 1-0 Malmo FF Etna Sweden ama Servina Sevesta Efri Serbia ebe Sibam de Karabako wentimi ante PAOK and so Etna Greece Etonsat at the Fred Ayer Real Betis Ayer Sevilla Bobokoro at the end of 90 minutes now acquired 2-0 in favor of Paoka in Colombiano Ako Ademamo Victoria Pleasant and the Porto game now and they 1-1 El Hall Young Boys at the Fier Ama Olympic Lyonnais Abba born 1-0 AS Roma and so Etonsat at the first Stuttgart from Germany S Brimno Academy when Simu Ajay Celta de Vigo at Spain in Jordan in Chemo at the Lille Metropole at the Brenny at the end of 90 minutes. Now Celta de Vigo up 2-1. I'm the red card. In fact, and I'm with you editing Kurim Kama Pa Alhom Braga also at Portugal at Nottingham Forest up on 1-0. Wabra Nottingham Forest and so any penalty. I'm also at me bottle tree. I'm bottle tree and a Braga Bobokono any counter attack. I'm Pia and I'm a bottle Mekabaku ya Jalele. Omo Pribia in Chiribato, Nottingham Forest, Bobokoro, Anthony Antekano, Rangers, Etna Scotland, Atonsa, RFL, Ludo Great Rasgard from Bulgaria, Echo Mekarabako Peo, Omonso Anthony Ante Ahol, Yamuya Ketemen, not Yantin Tomo, our 5 major leagues in Europe over this weekend. Games are Hodwa, and also Ebejegu, our home, na Uramo, our Italian Serie Anima, and then the Diablo Casey, our Giuseppe Miazza, San Siro, Inter Milan, and Pisa, and the Bernie. Saturday, say Anabako, Como, and Torino, Fiorentina, FFA, now Omni Cagliari, at the Bernie Lazio, to Quine, now Omni Lecce, and so at the Bernie El Hall, now the question say Anasiri, our games no Abacom, Hellas Verona, and Udinese, Ababon Monday, now Sunday, no say Anabako, Atalanta, and Parma, Juve, Abatra Allianz Stadion, now Omni Societa Sportiva Calcio, Napoli, Bobocono, and so at the Bernie Tententia, some other amount AS Roma at the AC Milan and so at the Penny our French league McDonald's in the morning say and against the Bibako and then the German Case AG Oze and the Paris Saint-Germain at the Penny Stade Rennais and the Laurent Saturday a Betchegu Le Havre and the AS Monaco and so at the Betchesson Nefem Pro Olympic Marseille and the Lens and so at the Penny the question also say and a TL Paris FC and the Angers Stade Brestois and Toulouse, Nantes and Nice, Lille Metropole and Sporting Club Strasbourg and so at the Bernie our at the French League McDonald's Nemo Yabuya Ketemo na Yeremo our German Bundesliga say and a games Libi Chegu and at the J St. Pauli special team on Hamburger SV and about with us on the Saturday say and a call our Bay Arena Bayer Leverkusen and a Werder Bremen our Allianz Arena, Bayern Munchen, and Augsburg, and so at the Berlin, Frankfurt, and Hoffenheim, and so at the Baudason, Nefem Pro, Rasen, Ball Sports, the Leipzig, Bobo Coron, and so to Quine, now only hiding him, and so at the Akoshisha, so Kama Pa, Alhorn, Mainz, and Wolfsburg, Union Berlin. ɛnso ɛbɛtena fie na ɔmo ne Borussia Dortmund ɛnso ɛde aweda so tententen na ne kwasi ara so no sɛ ɛna bɛkɔ Borussia Mönchengladbach ɛne Stuttgart Freiburg ɛne Cologne ɛnso ɛde bɛhyehyɛ so tententen a mede wɔn nsɛm ɛdan wɔn anɔpa yi ɛwɔ Spanish La Liga EA Sports ne mu no sɛ ɛna teɛ ɛwɔ hɔ ɛne yɛ dua yi Levante ɛne Elche ɛde bɛhyehyɛ so Valencia Saturday ɔmo ne Espanyol de Barcelona ɛnso ɛde bɛbɛn ni ɛwɔ Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Sevilla ɛne Athletic Club Bilbao ɛnso ɛde bɛwoda so ɛne fimpo no ɛwɔ Della Ceramica no sɛ ɛna bɛkɔ Villarreal ɛne Real Madrid ɛnso ɛde bɛhyɛ so tententen a yɛre wɔn nsɛm ɛde ɛma ne kwasiara so no sɛ ɛna teɛ Atletico Madrid ɛbɛtena Real Metropolitano na ɔmo ne Real Mallorca ɛnso ɛde abɔ ne tententen ɛwɔ Spotify Camp Nou Football Club Barcelona ɛne Real Oviedo Deportivo Alaves ɛto nsa ɛde afɛ Real Betis Sevilla na fɛmpɛ Real Sociedad atena RCD Stadium na ɔmo ne Celta de Vigo ɛnso ɛde abɔ ni yɛnti ntomo ɛwɔ Liga dodoɔ na ɛne di akyire over this weekend say ɛna ho sunsuanso ɛbɛkɔ anaasɛ say ɛna fixtures no esi fa ɛteɛ ɛwɔ hɔ ɛwɔ London Olympic Stadium no West Ham United ɛne Sunderland ɛde Burnley ɛnso ɛne Tottenham Hotspur Fulham ɛtena Craven Cottage na ɔmo ne Brighton and Hove Albion ɛnso ɛde abɔ ni ɛwɔ Etihad no Manchester City ɛne Wolverhampton Wanderers ɛnso ɛde bɛhyɛ so AFC Bournemouth ɛtena fie na ɔmo ne Liverpool bɔbɔkɔ no ɛnso ɛde apem so tententen ɛhɔ ne kwasiara so ɛwɔ EPL no mu no sɛ ɛde bɛkɔ Brentford ɛne Nottingham Forest ɛde bɛwoda so Crystal Palace ɛtena Selhurst Park na ɔmo ne Chelsea the Blues ɛnso ɛde abɔ ni Newcastle United ɛwɔ St James's Park no ɔmo ne Aston Villa ɛnso ɛde bɛbɔ ni na fɛmpuruma kyɛnkyerɛnkyɛn so ntakrakyɛ ayɛ game a Arsenal ɛne Manchester United ɔsɛ once United always United ɛnso ɛde bɛbɔ ni ɛda kwasiada Monday Night Football Everton ɛne Leeds United ɛnso ɛde bɛhyɛ so tententen a ɛna na pɛyi yɛka wɔn asɛm na wɔn nso wɔte become a pa ɛwɔ hɔ now yɛbɛbu yɛakɛtɛ mu na yate atom kuma bi awɔ nsɛm ketenkete a ɛno nso edi ehim edi adenkyekye awɔ amanane na dodo na ehu deɛ kɔ ɛne deɛ ɛɛpa nyinaa na yɛnhyɛ sɛ ɛmfɛmfi Bayern Munich so ɛyɛ na kamea sɛ Bayern Munich this season ɔmo gyina ɔmo nan so o Bayern egyina nan so papapapapa sɛbi ɔmo bibi gyina so a kyɛ sɛ nyɛ fɛ bi agorɔ koraa 29 games ɛna Bayern Munich abɔ this season na out of 29 games no ɔmo timi awini 26 ahyɛ total goals of 103 goals and a Bayern Munich atimi ahyɛ this season ɔma concede goals ne kumaa bi just 27 goals and a Bayern Munich ɛnso atimi concede this season a yɛrɛ wɔn nsɛm ɛde down na yɛnhwɛ top ɛyɛ players a ɔmo wɔde 5 major European leagues ne mu a ɔma hyɛ 10 goals asan make it 10 assists 10 plus goals 10 plus assists this season. Utumu sampa nyama konye ɛhɔ na say ɛnɛteɛ Luis Diaz ɛwɔ Bayern Munich. Na Luis Diaz ahyɛ 14 goals this season. Make it 10 assists ɛhɔ Michael Olise ɛnso ɛwɔ Bayern Munich. Ɔno nso ahyɛ 13 goals 17 assists. 17 assists ɛna aboma yɛfrɛ Michael Olise ɛnso atimi ayɛ ɛhɔ Lamine Yamal ɛsina kan ɛrema Football Club Barcelona ɔno nso ahyɛ 10 goals ɛmɛki 11 assists ɛhɔ Fermin Lopez ahyɛ 10 goals ɔno nso sina kan ɛrema Barca bɔbɔkɔ no ɔno nso atimi ahyɛ 10 goals ɛmɛki 10 plus assist ɛhɔ no man yɛde wɔn nsɛm ade ɛma according to Opta no ɛno ne nkɔmɔ kakra ɔmo nso ɛde adan ha yɛn nso yɛde wɔn nsɛm ade ɛma na ɛnkyɛn bi a ɛna Diogo Costa former Atletico Madrid former Chelsea striker aberante ogyina sensan so na so si akan a masa abufuo ɛne nea di ɔde bɔ bɔɔl no mpɛmpi no ano ɔhye yie papapapapapapapa na nkɔmɔ kakra ba wakɔtena ɛyɛ Mikelobi ne podcast no so akɔdi nkɔmɔ kakra na ɔsi ɔkɔdi nkɔmɔ ɛde fa Antonio Conte ho na ɔsi Antonio Conte no ɔyɛ coach bi a abrane bia no Conte bɛba training grounds na nubu afu ɔsi he is always angry Antonio Conte ɔbɛba na nubu afu kyɛ sɛ ɔgye ho kranje na also ono wadwen won te ase he's a bitter guy chese de bia na mebu afu awakoni asanyina so ose edu baby ofi Chelsea so na press ni bebe we hye nkono eba samba back habe pia de ama Chelsea but also hwe coach no ho na ala coach be na obeba no we muna ayade na coach ade ne yire ne nana Diego Costa oje Antonio Conte oyire mo match ana na bia oba training grounds ana pokwa no wamuna na obuafu de bia ise bibi sha obo de na sha obo o se Antonio Conte bia masa sabe eba no coaches human relation enya kra Antonio Conte enso eka on eno ne nkoma Diego Costa enso akodi wo John Obi Mikel ne podcast na so yanso ya tribia ya ka ena pay na onso wati bi ho na Rafinha esina ka ne mabasa Meme emayo ni bi wonu ma fita mo mba asase so o ma twempra ebri ma ware kra so se bi achede kra de omunya bi da se pa so menya gift our relationship awodo mo kom no omunya bi da na Rafinha na ukeni ya fa Natalia na enei osotewa na Rafinha ka chen se baby come and obai no no kra na besibisi na no za o kra de o fi training ba ha twen imu nkode ba ne ade and I say baby please can you get me something from the garage? So Rafinha said, baby Natalia, can you get me something from the garage? Abano so authority. And also Range Rover. Hey, tear rubber on tape paper. Masa, mono chain gown. And I see way Masa ya Brandon and Natalia. Ya the flowers be abu bomb near dia. Now is a vase de crampon do you. Omo kakao bottom no. Omasa say choma dofo nyama. Utumusa pa brand new Range Rover. And Rafinha. And so it's with their chen wife Natalia. And on a pay. Ya so ya kan wasem na also what be home. Nene Jadon Sancho. Abakwasem washe goals ahodo ewo 4 different European competitions at the amount 4 clubs. Now say Borussia Dortmund share, Manchester United share, Chelsea share, and Aston Villa and Dra otumi puso atre nei why Sabakwasem nam washe aye goals at the amount 4 different clubs ewo major European competitions otumi sampa Jadon Sancho, a member of the Stubborn Academy of Manchester United, and also etimi aya yaro on sam atre amount na wurim say Casemiro and they United they are two that season and dia tinton time omo na wie kra na no and Alessandro Martinez and so etimi akonwin sam kakra e dia taichie kama pa or say it was a pleasure case. I learned so much from you: leadership, humility, hard work, and how to enjoy the game. Until Alessandro Martinez said me fi Argentina ufi Brazil but we share nyama bebe and the free room say wa ho Brazil kwan ofa so elite team no and efem po na ahowodin ne diam wo de share games ahodom no e kon kan ye pa and nyina nkamfa no kwan ofa so de enjoy game no masa we share nyama bebe and so and the free room or say I love you Casemiro and I love emoji no attach kama pa home na Casemiro so akasa kaka o say share we see one of the biggest and I say arguably the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. Achichi Bonswa Kruwa Bebrebe. But Manchester United Danakuma so Danakuma so papa. Na ene Casemiro wabought 146 games at the Manchester United. Washe 21 goals and make it 13 assists. Waji FA Cup, Waji Carabao Cup at the Manchester United. Out to Musampa in Yamanina Ekoye. Na Casemiro message in you. I say from the first day that I walked out at this beautiful stadium, I felt the passion of Old Trafford and love that I now share with our supporters for this special club. It is no time to say goodbye. There are many more memories to create during the next 4 months. We still have a lot to fight for together. My complete focus will as always remain on giving my everything to help our club to succeed. once a red always a red ɛne ne nsɛm kakra Casemiro enso etimi nwene after say on United nyina call Bencrom say season end a enya de no so ebetimi ato so esi akai ade ama Manchester United bobo no a yere won sem ente na ne ntiami nya ade free Società Sportiva Calcio Napoli bobo no so ene say abemu ayefa Giovanni osina kai ade ma Hellas Verona no ene o ma agree terms ni bibia na yesi initially obeba bosi abo kakra e Napoli bobo no so with an obligation to buy into that cross now obliba bomb said buying na bibia akoye into obligation to buy no Napoli for betting to within about 20 million euros honoma utumu sampa and total loan package ni bibia medicals ni bibia no yasin 24 say omed dibegwa kwemo na Giovanni and so etimi switch from Hellas Verona now are joining Napoli boboko no and then come so every Italy bar and on a pay ya kan wasem na also what be ho na Chelsea for nia break say nei omba be augmented squad no na unim say Kopama ntia bare say nani nje awo Chelsea boboko na so ye yes why homesick yes why homesick you guys will be homesick otifie nani nje masa wa fi baby anankasa aisana u ya krade do ba krokese ma ye do fie krase ba krokese ma masa wa mia ni kakra kuntume se hwane akorachi wa hwa be su especially u ya kolade ye u be su e ma bo se wa fi ma me wa fi papa wa fi nuanom na fofo anu u hwa di agro anu nkone ba no u betimi afiom yes ko pa ma we 23 years old but still over the city of London still on man wa kai Manchester krono on man wa kai on kran bon kroni anu nkwane ba go ba ma ko pa ma pa Masa, Ubajima London, also per Manchester call in Tiamian and said, one shot and come piano, Abemana Tiaco Piemo back to the city of Manchester, or on the Atenium Coraba, Nasani Kopam and a crapono, Massa, also not supporting Manchester United, not supporting Manchester United, into near break, yes, ocean in Fimon baby cry, what tattoo Manchester United emblem no at the above buying, and then command Crawford with a girlfriend pair, and a bit me authenticated story, no, if said, baby, I say tattoo bonnet. I say we no kani we the girlfriend we the chocho mucho and so wa ko baby asa e tattoo no ball but according to sources no yes we draw Manchester United emblem no at the abundant fion baby a utumu sampa and we want to Manchester United pa intene yes Chelsea for prepare life after Kopama intene Douglas Luis no almost medical kofano aya bosiabo na ono so aba na wabebo kakra piepia kakra na niama akoyie se bibia konkantia apomu a yefan Douglas Luis also ebetimi abuna ketemo abepiemo awo eye Chelsea boboko na soye na bibia akoyie na oyese omni juve fo din komo ma na duache se omoma ne mra bosiabo na efempo bibia enkoyie aho na ene nkoba no so efu no mpa shara one side ate ama na yesi Barca Deco sporting director Adema Football Club Barcelona yesi na nia bre papa e so mo share Abelma, your friend Robert Lewandowski, the Polish player, na person I make kakra one shana next season when Tinian Pia send a Barca panel into Julian Alvarez and I name Barca for so more Quacotabrina ba na bibia akonkan but in Tiamin and said you said Diego Simeone is a massa Julian Alvarez no untouchable and Yadia Tono in Tanya Metina Tono and then Barca Bobo Kono but according to report yes say Barca 40 boss etimi bo Atletico Madrid sketuo se bia Isaac Geribi bia 150 million euros bi omo de kodia omo etimi dia defend the Atletico Madrid benefit na fempo omo jabe mu anomo amanapa but according to Barca for say omo FFP rules bia mansa eliminate omo enya no metimi abo bia sketuo onyani stubborn proud obi a mansa unika pre so penama kesiare Barca no omo zo penam kesiare but ntiami nya say the only way omo etimi asane Julian Alvarez by some metimi abo Atletico Madrid sketuo nso na nei FFP financial fair play for etimi limit oma enya do metimi abo player bia sketuo ho ene nkobo no nso free Julian Alvarez Atletico Madrid NFL Football Club Barcelona so eba ye no nsem ate ema na Bayern Munich so ma hu set teams bebrebe Liverpool mu nyina ape Michael Olise City mu nyina ni wom hey omani wom they didn't pan. But according to report, you say Bayern Munich say next week. Masa Bemano, only said 2029, and on a contract, good one there, but that's a par. 2029. Ana abomano the contract na ebebe wiye enya nso akabe 3 years our contract na so but according to report yes Bayern say next week there hwebe omesan tretremu ade ama Michael Olise na watwa so until 2031 there omo sa contract na beba no na watretremu so na be interest from other clubs no so ebete eho and then nkoba no so efra no mpa jado won say ade na Juve for say Enesiri maza wo se bi ya ne ni diwachi wakopia more Fanabache must brought back to a mainstream Europe. We said take you on Europe, but bad ball papa dia massa England, Italy, Spain, Germany. It's bra now also besi wakai Juve Bobo Kono Aswe. Now, according to Aya Juve and Penny Follow, almost share almost Penabosia ball to the end of the season. Maybe be a Akoye, almost met you 2 million euros at the Ama Aya Juve Bobo Kono, maybe be a Akoye. Now, option to buy no, or met you 18 million euros at the Ama Fanabache Bobo Kono, maybe be a Akoye Kama at the Ama Moho, and then a Kakan also if you're on bar. Jado wants some at the Ama Bassa for some of Phyllis or Metrono, and from Kaka into Nico Slotterberg. No, or meeting at Tabrino and Nefi, Nefi, Borussia Dortmund. Now the one also at me the PMO or Bassa Bobo Kona, according to sporting director Decono, also a contacted Slotterberg, the agent, Bibia Demu Fua, or Mobile within 35 to 42 million euros. The Ama Borussia Dortmund Bobo Kono, the Fempono Bibia Koye, now Bassa for a contract in there, or more penny bear to 2 years. What I said, bear 1-2 years. 2027, 2028, or meeting at Tabri Saskano, and the Akoma Nico Slotterberg, and if in Borussia Dortmund Bobokono, now Bemano so at me apa. Now Uramo Saudia, come here some project no Ayas Sakaka, Abi, come here is a project no Asakaka, oh, Unsan Canano, now Omoya. No matter what tabri place a pabne but nay almost mid-range place and place or many baby into May Saudi for no almost central funds no or matum 2 billion euros and on the tour or one pay players are said or move for ma or who are some cocoa our gloom crana or more prospects no matter tabuma no film pro or might be Piakama almost annoy after 2026 World Cup no and as our project and so because when then come talk sport for and so dia ya kwatwi na pay ya kan na also what it become a pa na abi Mr. for me birthday no to so money the train na yam papa Australian Open and free na fempo no bibia enkoye na ono guso ekoso na men single no say na hunsun so bi ekoye James Duckworth or no of Australia ho ono Yannick Sinner e be bani Yannick Echino abon 6-1 6-4 6-2 and Yannick Sinner and so etimi qualify from the second round e dey koranim e wo dwedie no mo Vit Kopriva and Taylor Freight and so at the Brenny Taylor Freight Echino it can 6-1 6-4 7-6 and Taylor Freight and so it's me remo our third round mo Johnny Muna a fish pen on a Casper Root and the Brenny Casper 18 kunim it can 6-3 7-5 6-4 and Casper Root and so it's me calling him Thomas Mahach and Stefano Tsitsipas and the Brenny a year 6-4 3-6 2-6 in favor of Stefano Tsitsipas and so it's me according him Ben Shelton and a Dan Swaney and a big Bernie Ben Shelton Echino Echan 6-3 6-2 6-2 and a Ben Shelton and so it's me according him way all Italian affair Lorenzo Mozzetti and a Lorenzo Senego and a big Bernie a Korea 6-3 6-3 6-4 in favor of Lorenzo Mozzetti so it's me qualify and according him Francesco Ayamastrini and Novak Djokovic and a Bernie Djokovic actually and a simple cry it's an 6-3 6-2 6-2 and then Novak Djokovic and so it's me calling him Jakub Mensik and then Rafael Jordan and I would also Jakub Mensik Edwin Kurim it's an 6-2 6-4 6-4 and then Jakub Mensik and so it's me calling him Carlos Alcaraz and I'm pay or Corentin Mutet it's an 6-2 6-4 6-1 and then Alcaraz and so it's me Remo our the third round mo Daniel Medvedev and Fabian Morozan and they would also a Korea 6-7 4-6 7-5 6-love 6-3 We say Etienne Medvedev 18 Kurim 6-7 4-6 7-5 6-love 6-3 and Daniel Medvedev and so Etienne Akonanim our Jumedi no Yanti Tom Kaka our women single no more say and acquire Victoria Mboko Miame wife Victoria Mboko fi Canada on a Clara Thorson and they would also a Korea 7-6 5-7 6-3 and Victoria Mboko and so Etienne Akonanim Arina Sabalenka and Anastasia Potapova and the Bernie a Korea 7-6 7-6 not just a 2 straight set victory and a call Adama Arena Sabalenka Kogogov and draw Abayani Diagrom Mansa and serves Nano Papa on a highly Baptist and they would also a Korea 3-6 first air set on highly and a really 6-3 second set on and a Kogogov saying yes somewhere Najua Kante upon a 6-love third set 6-3 and Kokokov and so Etimia Kolanim Carolina Mukova and Magdaleniti and they would also and also a Korea 6-1 that is a 2 straight set victory and a call Adama Carolina Mukova and also Etimia Kolanim Eva Jokic and Jasmine Paulini and Anopay Ochana 6-2 7-6 and Jasmine Paulini the Italian Watimi Efridjmederima Jada Wansan Ade Ama Kama pa na Yerobi aketema tiatom kakra basketball NBA regular season guso ekoso and now machi games ni bi etwaguye na say ene koye Kia Center no nipa ko hokoshe game no 19,423 Orlando Magic etrefie dincho ama Charlotte Hornet ebetwom 124 almost etimi basketing 97 home Ross Farco Center Philadelphia 77 years etrefie edinkunim atoshe Houston Rockets for so a basketing 128 at the Houston Rockets for almost 80 basketing 122 where after overtime results and a middle was our gamer Philadelphia 76 years and Houston Rockets for and so 80 a boy anymore our Capital One Arena no nipa ko share 15,040 Washington Wizards etrefie edinjo ama Denver Nuggets at the basketing 107 at the Trauma Denver Nuggets a basket 107 Washington Wizards and so it me a basket 97 our American Airlines Center no say and acquire me per game on 19,432 Dallas Mavericks at the Dunkurum our Golden State Warriors for so a basket 123 at the Golden State Warriors almost it me a basket 115 our Target Center no Minnesota Timberwolves at the Edincho ama Chicago Bulls at the basket 120 at the Choma Minnesota Timberwolves for and so a basket 115 our Target Center no Utah Jazz at the Dincho a basket 109 ama San Antonio Spurs at the Tushamo so a basket 126 our Intuit Domino nipa board bumping akoshe sa game on 19,927 Los Angeles Clippers at the Dinkurum a basket 112 at the Los Angeles Lakers almost a basket 104 our Mother Center Portland Trail Blazers at Dunkurim our Miami Heat for so a basket 127 at the Miami Heat almost etimi a basket 110 and then the results kakra and now machi and also a player our NBA regular season ma ya kan wasem na also what become a pa na abi emenaso fato so mami na mintin free hotel and farmer Miami nipa say anatie happy birthday and confirm Christabel or say may your day be as late as your personality, wishing you a year of adventures, good vibes and goals achieved. Cheers to many more memories from your friend Bisawa Minsan Femito or say happy birthday Christabel, may your day be as late as your personality, wishing you a year of adventures, good vibes and goals achieved. Cheers to many more memories from your friend Bisawa wefi bisawa ho or the man near ono ana down for the chocho mucho Christabel happy birthday nyame enhira wo ye pa non tom super bi enfangu so right after the show bomodi ana fremi yase once let me shekra no oposa nsem kakra na onso wetimi enjoy if say ne eya wa woda utumu sampa enyo bia na nya ne say nyame ede afe bako aka onfie hu no tie utumu sampa eye what celebrating ye begina we so na ye de amano nsem na si na fempo no Prince Obiba Poakwa Brown ede show no atwa so kama pa ede aman.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and at E-Productions we believe it's about the moments that brings us together. That's why we're offering personalized video greetings for families, businesses, churches, and all at highly discounted prices. Let's capture your loved ones, your team, your brand's festive cheer in a way that will make this season unforgettable. Because with E-Productions, you will definitely capture the moment. More discounts for all levels of video productions for your events and occasions. Call E-Productions now on 024-2755-323. Spread joy, capture memories. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Happy New Year. The Achimota Retail Center is giving you the perfect opportunity to start the year on a healthy and a refreshing note with our theme, New Year, New You. Step together, celebrate together. From January 23rd to January 25th, 2026, we're bringing together like-minded people on a shared journey towards health and wellness. Join us for an exhibition featuring vendors offering a wide range of wellness-related products and services, ranging from health products and accessories, fitness and equipment, organic and natural products, and many more. On January 24th, 2026, be part of our fun and energizing fitness walk with Lexus Bill around Achimota and 18 Virals. We'll thereafter converge at the Achimota Retail Center for an exciting aerobic session. Call 0500-000-828 or dial *800*066# to register and partake in the health walk for free. Let's begin the year right with good health, great energy, and positive vibe. Achimota Retail Center, Aya Vibes and Kwan.
Happy Sports, le meilleur. Happy Sports, supérieur. Happy Sports, exceptionnel. Happy Sports, numéro 1.
Nini Pabou, Sigatiati, Nisigatiati, Nala Nipabou, Nipabou, Sigatiati, Onashika, Onamepo. Baba, Lokoma, Canibaba, Sigatiati, Sigatiati, Nala Nipabou, Nipabou, Sigatiati, Onashika.
Happy Sports, le meilleur. Happy Sports, supérieur. Happy Sports, exceptionnel. Happy Sports, numéro
1. Nini Pabou, Sigatiati, Nisigatiati, Nala Nipabou, Nipabou, Sigatiati, Onashika, Onamepo. Baba, Lokoma, Canibaba, Sigatiati, Nala Nipabou, Nipabou, Sigatiati, Onashika, Onamepo.
Happy Sports, le meilleur. Happy Sports, supérieur. Happy Sports, exceptionnel. Happy Sports, numéro
1. Happy 88.9 FM. Mechiao Samu akwa baby. Maenda kweku ansa. All bright ase. Ono enedi yen eko amanone. Yeni amanone nsem kakra. Special. Yen nyina anim se Casemiro no ne Manchester no. Ono as a player there. it was good for him. I don't know of Manchester United as a club. Banner or buy, said a boa club on but no as a player there because he came time or buy £60 million sterling and Nekra or call as a free agent and Ray on a club Nina Diaba. Say at the end of the season, or be calling a career with Manchester United, but or can say be is instructive or say baby obi could be for the rest of his life. He will take Manchester United along, and the city, of course, obey coach, obey be coach Manchester United, obey Baba Yeniama Bebre. But yen share Casemiro the time at Manchester United, 21 goals in 140 something matches, or G2 trophies at the Manchester United. Yen share.
Prince, Sadio Kayano, Obi Mbeka se Casemiro. Real Madrid to nimu de nyina ni to nimu de nyina ne say Casemiro was one of the box defenders midfielders ani nim say so wo ka say in close spaces pa from the opponent ni say omo formation na nka Casemiro ye one but about Manchester United interestingly obisia coaches as abre no mo so try and error sem no mo ya ntimi amwana ono as a player yes Ofi say niswadi hu baako a wa achieve to play Real Madrid and then leaving Real Madrid you get a chance to play at Manchester United, not just a team biasa keke. Manchester United. Yes. Now are Liverpool no
don't be distracted to us so special.
What team biasa say Manchester United. First of all, a good thing because we know say Madrid players omu age drew baby Baby, I am no kono. It's either you see them in Italy, Inter B, then you go to be a France, be a Monaco, be near Lyon, be no ma found on be a Mabesco, Asia on just only a day. But interestingly, Ufi Real Madrid, Oba, Manchester United. At a point, I know Manchester United, and so while we hear more, make us a transition still in free win. Olu Sushi, na the fact that Oba Manchester Sika editu aneka because at Madrid, Oba, upgrade of Sika, not the whole Madrid. So it tells you, say, Okase, emotionally, Obe take Manchester United along at everywhere he goes. It's true. Because, one, although the club, no, are successful in terms of, say, watching crew out of fire, or buy on your FA Cup, back to his accolade, because Wajiji Champions League, Ajiji Super Cup, Ajiji Copa, Super Copa, money at the Ewo. Baby, I from Madrid. In fact, the biggest club. Oba and Anya Shekran, Obetia Casam in Sumako, England, Akofa a trophy. Eddie Aka, my success is a minyaye. And I think he was part of the World Cup team Homoji, Brazil Kwaji. He was part of it. It virtually. So, Okase Casemiro as a person, the success, yeah. Obakase Wayade, why successful in that. Adia no person why and say obe move from a league to another league. No when you be through. Wabenya FA Cup e dey call. And also that chance Sika Ewuramu, he was receiving around £350,000 a week, which was a big money. South American player who pick says Sika and they are going to say Ecuador accounts were excluded tax. It is a osho we ni nyina mu na. Oh yeah, nyamete. Twemu ye di anything. Oba and just a week. Now Oba Manchester United now be receiving around £350,000. At least we move steps up. It will know as a person there. In his life, he will always remember Manchester United for the fact that the chance, the opportunity, any sika, the mamo. South American and grown, it's far to say African, because maybe to say Brazil, maybe to say Morocco, maybe to say Algeria, life, maybe to say somehow Egypt. As an ordinary and citizens, so when you play at the highest league, the most attractive league in the world, arguably one of the toughest league in the world, and I said the most toughest league in the world because one of them, the Oko relegation, etimichi the Odasro, one shana no one about draw. The Oko relegation, etimichi who say second position, on fast span or better than simple. What you say? Eti Casemiro, the feel of say Onya Premiership. bit tasty, a big 10 man, and didn't know okay, Casansam say, or no dear, or Jitumi pass a baby or Becubia, or the Manchester United, oh, come baby, na ya Jew ya, or shall say a honorable walk mum de bia. And in fact, or by and on the kind of reception of Manchester United supporters, a dear man from day one, Prakobaye or Kobaye, still, Manchester United are appreciating at his age, still. Now, Amorim starting
33.
Yes. Now Amorim starting on. Why wouldn't Casemiro pan on the runs above him? Say, oh, what you say? A po abam kakra. Nanka he's found in a year 80-yard box. Name him say most of the time, Obesha spaces are and Kabaya a Diama defenders on with me and fan on them close. And no grass and danger up front. Nanka long drives. We are no additional go by Manchester United man. And Tissa no nyasa fit no ewo ehonom eti time o de buy no na nkeye na so be share United team a na eni ahode sa eno kra na nchen a watimi anya pick up. So I think that Prince media Casemiro no so catch here say ebi obeku bia Manchester United e kana wa because of Saniema na unya any opportunity ni reception a club no e de man no. Now Liverpool won and then a fast player be signing do baby more idea and come shada kwatra baby no mo twanwom a emfata de ama no mo ba parka no ma sori agina ho no mo timi emma eye nyom bone we be Liverpool abre bia player start so floppy and now be bone ba ko pe Liverpool is one of the team opa and papa na one day and sleep back on omo song omo share the twade best stadium no ma pjc bia omo de be di watamaka ho normally echa tia normally Fernando Torres chance o ko ni Jesse Grom she da fashion no omu wie
na omu akola Trent Alexander then omu anye no
ananu ya
very ungrateful
very e fa won de why am omu betia ye bibia
Mo Salah kra hwe de omu de
ya Mo Salah ko na Mo Salah kra no and to the extent omu a legend ono wabobo ni bida at TV so timi ka say your team counting as one of the greatest players and your friend is saying Liverpool team. What are you talking about? What you say? Carragher says somewhere now. Oh, counting
now. Even Michael Owen, Shadi Omode, Liverpool, very ungrateful
as if
club.
Eti Michael Owen, I what's that? But don't mean Mike. There be yeah, can say
me and Mike Kasa on our Kasa.
Your best your best me catch on say Manchester cry idea because en Casemiro e wo baby to say Liverpool cause abi wonu ne ho kakra because obo na nkoya United nyere kra na Liverpool so obo na nkoya edu baby Nathaniel Klein kra hwede no mo ye no ase Divo Corrigi on court said here Sabre na no
Divo omo pamon to say
enye no kre na catch Nathaniel Klein so Nathaniel Klein no can 1 year on the contract and on Tom there say eti media me to me Casemiro
ungratefulness
to me the only man Casemiro no deserve say or Casa but only quick one share one of Becassa will be to say Kupama by Manchester United M1 no now you're wrong but narrative yeah amount for big keke cancer Manchester United and now this is the your father said this is the 12 year yeah I called dry spell Premier League in him now and also sir for me I am seeing revival I am seeing resurgence I am seeing a timer Manchester Behunse said they have to go back to their old days because this is the timer rally around the former player and for me so to be performing at that top 4 anymore you have an opportunity to coach the team because
there be and the Oma catcher no and the Oma catcher ni say on maintaining the caretaker rule mo ko kike kan sem bia mo ko mo onya expectation bia
85% record what the OBIBA fan
matches are matches are
over 10 matches over 4 matches cry
now we need nyina 100%. Yes, we know it's 100%.
It's even 85% of his record.
Special. Or your caretaker.
Because for now, who coach better after the World Cup, maybe I've been say, Ubi to say Tuchel, Ubi to say,
maybe a Mrs. Enye Carlo Ancelotti. enye Thomas.
But Thomas Don Carlo. That's a new contract. You told me you feel new contract.
And it's a no enye Zidane bi bia Thomas Tuchel bi na Kofana. Zidane they saw after World Cup he will take over the League.
The whole thing. And Carlos super sign new contract. I don't say they won't call it. How say Manchester United bring us
and United for signing Xabi Alonso says I saw if you near Juma. Now start here Juma.
Xabi Alonso.
No start here Juma sama.
Now problem here with Juma o tanfo eba. Say ona wo kraba na o. Shit. O problem na here Juma na kraba. And I will confirm that.
Yes, you grassing you. Was you be baby in a toffee?
Your boss, I don't have
and then the Jesse
was a part of
and then the oh, Jesse in the crew, Bompata, Abba, Papa, was it one as Antia Chimbo, but was it one about baby in to say, yes, go,
go, Nasi Ashamu 7 that any economic Gebeshamu 10.
So maybe a good journey for Obi to say Arantia, my friend Kopama. Why? Because I feel that
Masa or Petrofis.
Oh, what day now? Now the Manchester a called dry spell league. It's a trophyless through.
And Manchester United with all their issues, the last 5 years, how many finals?
And even Grand Arsenal.
Even with their troubles.
In the last 5 years.
Are you not?
In the last 5 years, no. Yeah, Arsenal. Arsenal. Ejina na aso no trophy to do say no home
onyibi
it is so I say more reduce Manchester to the ground I said there be anywhere I say
no you will level asem here they can and then United or county trophy or county FA Cup
okay and UEFA
those days no county or UEFA those times UEFA then
Europa
Mourinho dey no okoye match biem.
Oh, but still, there mentioned
okay. Once it's taking you a lot of time to remember. And Sadia na mo catch Liverpool say they are he kakra no mo ko echi ebi na mo ye you.
Liverpool got dry spell.
There me see.
Mo ko 7 years and over.
But me sa dry spell no. Chill. Liverpool there no. At least obedi Champions League bi ama. Obeko Champions League final bi oni Milan beko akwa hye no na ye de na 2 years later wasane na ko no ahye no nti eno no ahoto
so sa mumu de no
sa dry spell no
enye Champions League ba ko pe na moje
ba Messi ba ko de no wajibi
Rafa Benitez je and take
W Messi who de no wajibi
club
What the Champions League? What dry spell? What the Champions League?
No, dry
Champions League go to me call.
No, dry spell now.
Premiership, you are coach.
Oh dear, me for so many years. Manchester now can. Work for 12 years.
Yes. But
30 years.
But whoa 12 years now we do no. There's nothing showing to me say no, there's nothing.
That 12 years. That 12 years in mono. Waji Europa. Waji FA Cup. Waji Carling Cup.
Na Liverpool dry spell waji FA Cup. Waji Carling Cup. I say ben how can Liverpool spell waji Champions League.
Bako.
But waji FA Cup. Who FA Cup now?
Dry spell no. Dry spell. Champions League. No to me.
W waji UEFA. Waji UEFA Cup.
UEFA Cup no to your difficult you go do final now man you.
It's not but dry spell now o can from 1990.
Okay.
It's asembe na o can yanti UEFA Cup.
Okay moje.
It's asembe na o can dry spell no me dry spell me dry spell no Europe there you want to fa home to me
eye ba ko pe kra want to me fa home to me
eye ba ko Europe no me kra 6 Europe no who United want to me for home to me with all your
Champions League
with all your success. Alex Ferguson, UEFA no dey Champions League no dey
OG2
with all your success.
OG2
me time na me rain no me dey
Tamana OJ say was 6
within 70s now.
80s no.
You were taking 4.
Absolutely.
OJ 4.
Yes. But OJ with all the success and all the talk OJ.
Okay.
So yeah munya but
hold on. So even hold on. So Okanwa asem na. How do you counter him? You counter him by telling him say Premier League na airborne. E chance here every 1993 no. 13. But you can't compare.
But it's not about
you say time but
asem na make actually no want to say. Me say who say 13 no. You put the heading. That's the point I'm making to you.
Okay. So who just said
13 now what you know?
Internationally.
You put heading.
But you can't say that too.
But I can't say that.
You can't question
because
they're not me dominate to a certain I virtually said
but time and me dominate you no. Now me dominate Europe.
And now
time and me dominate you no. Time and now we young bold no. Me 80s no. Time and me commanding now me dominate Europe. But with your 13 no. You put giant.
The whole can make to us and say
Premier League since a premium but you are putting and choosing the free 1993
English League
1993 urban what you are picking and choosing. That period, you are 13, but you are now you are not picking and choosing.
No, but they say, domestic dominance.
Because even your
how did it translate into
Okrampono, even the Premier League, you've not even dominated the Premier League. But with all your resurgence, anyway, spending, you've not even able to dominate spending. Someone else so dominating, and Abema City, but dominating. Yes, that's what you did. City dominate. You should have dominated.
League no 4.
But you see,
you've not even dominated. Even with that, even with club, club 9 year no D that was
the
your
biggest time.
Your after your successes are bad down in was under club. And Umpoji Premier League back up.
But in family. Because
you need one in Europe.
Because absolutely.
Final.
Manchester United say finals the anka fegi kawaje oje 5
back to back.
Oje 5 209
211. Barcelona.
Only Barcelona 2. Until Oje yanko 5.
But you
219 2011
with all your with some performance in finals a million okano or 3 pe
finals be on which finals
UEFA Champions League how many times I go finals
from which time
which period which period
Mr. Fergie period that's what I'm defining
you go 208 go 209 go 211 99 so you GA 80 can you album almost like 5?
It's not 5.
4.
Why is it not 5?
4.
Why is it not 5?
209, 210, 208, 211.
The young kind 208.
209 is
1999. And then 209 and 2011.
Yes.
So it's not 5. It's 5.
What are you saying?
You call back to back as an year 11.
Back to back, Ben.
You call final you know to us on the
208 209
208 209
2011 so yes ever call
you Canadian year
just started you've won 3 you've played 2 finals at 1 year is it not 5
3 now we need but
there be back 60s but
that's is it not what we are talking about? But now 6 now can 6 now can
but that's your but you faking that's your dominant period. Me 80s that was my dominant period. But that's the argument you are making. Is that not the argument? Yes. Are you running out? So why are you bringing 60s?
But you've counted your 6. 6 first 4 no in the year ben
80s.
Yes. That was their dominant period.
That was the dominant period of Liverpool. Do you agree?
Yes.
And what was your dominant period?
Between 93
to 2013. Yeah, fan say free 1992 2013 papa ne koye no.
Until that was your dominant period,
yes.
Not it?
13 Premier League trophies. That's
your dominant.
Yeah.
That's your dominant.
13 Premier League See, there's no Premier League club. There's no. In fact, there's no Premier League club. And what Manchester United did from 1993. There's no club.
I'm saying that. I will not dispute that.
Since you dominated in the 80s, you've not been even to dominate the league again.
Premier League trophies, no. But
me dispute you.
Time on dominating within 80s. Yeah, no more Premiership. First English League, no. No more say G Champions League.
Thank you. Of course.
But the amount was
clear. But who do you know? Domestic champions.
But internationally,
only Liverpool, no. They not prefer. He prefer domestic than even Europe.
And then I prefer saying domestic dominating the 80s.
Now Liverpool prefer to win the Premier League than even go into the Champions League.
Because
I'm telling you why.
Who told you that?
I don't know our friends. Their supporters not our friends.
Are they not your friends? Who told you that?
They are our friends.
Are you trying to say
we know them.
Champions League are many?
Because you've had a bad season.
I've had a bad season. What do you mean?
You've had a bad season.
What do you mean?
You've had a bad season.
What is bad? I haven't said T. I haven't used the word. Please. I haven't used the word that I've had a bad season. I haven't used that word.
Your season is not as expected.
As expected.
That's bad.
No.
Because you thought after Papa Juma League, the next year would be better than last year.
In fact, you have even invested more.
So,
you have invested more.
So what?
You've bought players.
I bought players.
Only 2 players. I'm not saying.
Debut.
Isaac. Isaac no ever. Another on your player. Are you not playing? Your player is your player.
And so you can't. I do.
No, on player no boy. The point is that you have invested.
Yes,
but at the end of the day, we have invested.
Yes.
But your investment is it for that season?
The Premier League, that's what you know. In the Premier League, that's what you know. In the Premier League, when you buy the player, they hit the run. That's what you know.
Isaac,
the next 2 seasons.
But now Isaac no oba oko Newcastle one start so say.
Yeah, mon frère ya domra no meye we ni enko na me there.
So you buy your person say more better than us. Yes sir.
Now United situation now wo mu we ni je.
Many dey enye. Obi as a fan.
Me say Manchester even in their worst situation. Their worst moment is better than Liverpool's and the worst moment no koye no. It's better.
I want to maintain that you know.
It's better
because as we are speaking, you are still in your worst period. Yeah. If I ask you when it will come to an end, you don't know.
But you don't know. You went 30 years, so you are talking about 12 years. 12 years is not even half of
it. Within the 30 years, no more performing with Europe.
I say, I'm West period, no. West period, what Champions League final, I can bear there.
No, but that period, no. What about Europa finals? Well, in fact, even in that same period in Europa, no, what about 2 finals? Ajibako, Elusubako. Domestically, even the year Kenya, domestically, domestic cups, who will be? You before you're in club, Ebebano, even domestic cups, it was difficult for you to even compete.
What do you mean by it was difficult?
For you, the records are there to compete. It was difficult for you. In fact, before you're in club, Ebebano, Champions League, some making Champions League was difficult for you. But even Manchester United in their worst moment from 2013, Ebano How many times na Manchester United about Champions League? How many times no more Champions League? We can all do the same thing and compare. Then you know, say you even now you think say you are not in a worse situation. You are even say you've not even recovered from your way.
Why you cover? Why you cover?
Happy 98.9 FM. Some of them say, "Ratnas ya one or high for me." Didn't seem near brown. So, Hasi. Now, a Ministry of Sports and Recreation. No, that's some Vice President of Ghana. Say, Her Excellency Prof. J. Nana Mensah Kopiemu. So, Ministry of Mountains. Idea Biakwe Papa and so on. Then, Madam, who Kopiemu, any Minister of Sports, or Kofi Idiazam, and Penny Fokushia Wema. Or more working visit mountains Biakwe and so on. And other mommy and so can be about a sports fan now. No dim command no chim say. Oh, had your motion in sports fan in Penny 4 Ministry of Sport with Marshall Boat, my ready fan at that 2 for 2 instead of be able to my queen. So there was some more with my creative BB, said be a scabbity bath for 2 so on. And what you know, or so to Cassem. Also, it mean more proper security, any screen instead of be at the BC kind of my Ghana. No, be able to my queens. I'm command the same. Obey you, Asia kind of my Ghana. And that's what we brown. Never knew class will be so. Edema on my Ghana, Vice President of Ghana, Her Excellency Prof. Nana J. Opoku Ajimanso, Eka Edituja.
I hear you, and I want to urge that we find many ways of populating the fund, of raising the funds, maybe beyond appeals, even creating the facilities that generate the funds, and taking very good care of them. So talking about the management and so on were very important. And then the area that you also talked about that I find very important, I mean, in your achievements, is to ensure that there's security, there's proper screening, because we don't want people to suffer unnecessarily because of the discipline they have chosen.
When soon Komaka Vice President of Ghana say Her Excellency Prof. Nana J. Opoku Ajimanso can tuja. Na no kwakrum kono oh I sports there and for so bebre wo so o say so bi kro beti o ma bi nka through sports na yen say bia wasime o make create na be ma bia obi ate o man kan na mum ade eboa e ma o man din kwa chi pa no through sports.
I'm particularly happy to know the value you are attracting to our image as a country. Because sometimes, people get to know a country not so much because we developed the vaccine or we did this or that, but because of sports. So sports is very, very important for us. And so raising the image of our country, all of us, is very, very important for us.
When soon course Minister of Sports and Vice President of Ghana, Her Excellency Prof. Nana J. Opoku Ajimanso, Edutu Janton, and Minister of Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Adamso, Ekabidi to just Abayba, with my boy, and my way back 2020, I can't some coaches in idea with my class at the beginning of your, and I say, Nipadu, Nanya GDA, or Abaymus, I buy me bar with me, boy, and make me clear a can now so free on them.
With your support, Your Excellency, we have been able to clear debts on coaches, some as way back as 2020. And these have engendered confidence that government can be trusted and that when you go into contract with people, they would have the belief that you would pay. Unfortunately, same cannot be said of what we inherited. And my president of GFA will tell you is in the possession of a letter that was written to them by the U17 head coach who led the team to qualify as in 2016 when some bonuses were outstanding and the government that took over from the John Mahama government in the past refused to pay these bonuses because they claimed the qualification happened under a different administration. We didn't do that. We've cleared debts of coaches that were hired and fired before we came into government. Over.
When soon come on, of course, Minister of Sports and Recreation. No, come on, to do that. Excellent copy more. Or so my beauty queen so honum. Now, if you want to blast and for us, and Yamia Duma, 27th of March 2026, I did friendly games, but now friendly games no immune, no basso. Now, 27th March 2026, Blasters versus Austria, and here, because of Vienna, at 5 p.m. as I give them so a basso. Now, for 30th March 2026, and to Germany versus the Blasters, and also because of Stuttgart 8:45 p.m. as I give them to Airbus in this ocean to Russian Sea idea. We soon they are no more because so blast and so say. Now we know Sabia or Austria now so movie called Germany quick there. That's a via train or 6 hours 14 minutes and I went to my copy so Germany. Nemo also called by a bus there 8 hours 35 minutes. No they are in city. Also call Harry so there flight no 1 hour 22 minutes in the special see now Jenny because all call by train bus and flight see in city the amount so now it's 27th March 2026 Austria versus Blasters beto do Vienna Austria and Ukraine beto do now for 30th March 2026 and so Germany versus Blasters and so game because so Stuttgart you don't come in down so happy 98.9 if you the Ghana Olympic Committee so time papa on the new rushe aboma bietima queen so no Mr. Richard Apogavi papa in president at my GOC so I want them no down so to me ya wade bi pa ma utin athlete mienu Elizabeth Sewa Odro and I don't know about judo and after barrier friend Henrietta na ayele amon so taekwondo some what mama scholarship with my boy mo se bia o metimi akopie so amon ne no metimi ye train so mo se bia Ghana yam adoma 2028 Olympic Games no bia betima ko so my idea ba ko be ko France na ba ko so ko Germany sin titi no adam Ghana Olympic Committee so president Mr. Richard Apogavi and impeni for to hwe boy my scholarship with my boy mo se bia 2028 Olympic Games be to jam so no bia betima ko so my Ghana so ewo honum na yefio na yenko Ghana Premier League March the 20 so baso na yenfa ensheni na fama so ewo hase na se city a deficit na ma so ewo ha na we de na say game no start ne ochina na for Sunday na we 3:30 p.m. no Adia Dreams FC versus Young Apostles in Ebisia console no ochina no UG Sports Stadium no 11 Wonders versus Hearts of Folk say game Ebisia ko na Sunday games and so baso na Kumasi Abra Sports Stadium Fantabulous Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus Basake Holy Stars Sodo Blacks versus Adriana FC Media Might na talk about against Carolina United Bechem United against Hearts of Lions, Ho United versus Vision, Nafe FC Samaten so at 9th Century Arena, Abo against Nations FC. Brekum no, Golden City Park, Brekum Chelsea versus Gold Stars in Bisia Console, Ghana Premier League, Mark the 20 don't come in down so. Hase na heard you are Shapun City aka before answer games ni so esi abaso so enconomity near the national brown so happy 98.9 no hu in community so ha ya dey utim say in video no laptop no no style but e bit ma come attribute room near the standings ni so brown so hase na you hear the say say we hear the say media man for nso guso a omu lead the den pa media man lead with 40 points Goal Star Tossum 33 points. Asante Kotoko Tossum 32 points. And 9 Adriana FC 32 points. 5th Hearts of Folk also 32 points. Enum Ensia FC Samates 1996 31 points. And so Hearts of Lions 27 points. And watch Carolina United 25 points. And Crow Dreams FC 24 points. Now Edu Sodo Black 24 points. Edu Bako Nations FC also 24 points. Edu Mienu Basake Holy Stars 23 points. Edu Miensa Vision FC 22 points. Young Apostle Toso Dunai with 22 points. Edu Num Bechem United 22 points. After Edu Siam Brekum Chelsea almost 20 points. Edun so Ho United almost 19. Do chat crano
11 Wonders omo bo against Hearts of Folk in terms of kasi game we there e be ejobodo de ama Accra to Folk nso ewo honom na ohwe dia yanko ensem from Accra na say enche bia so ensem nso ba beto bia Accra I is a positive nso ade ohwe game on boy against True Democracy na ade a enka ho bebre e bai na no adan so utum say GF nso e dey release nso ba bonti we update on GFA regulatory actions 2025-2026 season. I say True Democracy FC has been handed a 30,000 fine and won by the disciplinary committee for misconduct following their Access Bank Division 1 League match against Port City FC. The club was found guilty of inappropriate behavior on the part of its supporters. The fine is to be paid within 14 days of notification of the decision. Now, when you say True Democrats, we are finding 30,000 Ghana cedi. I also mutia say share against Port City no. Almost supporters see no be na ehu hia kra e mountain dama agudi na anhira nkwentu more 14 days also mutia sa 30,000 Ghana cedi say be a bibia betima to din so e dia mom so ewo nkomoni mu happy 98.9 that's what guso idea fi se no nyina brown so ewo hase na say game e ba so na ade a Hearts of Folk so ebo against 11 Wonders against Accra Hearts of Folk na head coach at Accra Hearts of Folk Masu Didi drama so din kuma Accra about the engine concern city omo camp no players be prepare na omo ho atom no so ma update kakra na din kuma Accra fa Rafa Mponsa George Paku Wayo Kevin Esibe mu nyina sesa no omo tema back a nyame adoma against 11 Wonders mo si akan so ma Accra Hearts of Folk.
Fresh players coming from injury, like Rafael, coming from injury, and also having George back after some knocks, and also having the opportunity to have more players now coming, Wayo coming back, and also having Kelvin coming back, and so are the great positives we took.
When soon come out head coach at my Hearts of Folk Masudi Dramani so I had 2 years. Now, sir, yes, I'm going to say opinion. More against 11 Wonders. Now, 11 Wonders team no. Then I bet my cover so only a team ya one sharp. Position on Madano, some of that secret. I'm here, be deceiving you. But that also ready. You could share from us. Also, there be sir. Also, petit moment to be one of the finest football party. What mean 11 Wonders from the idea? What mean about free flowing football?
The position of 11 Wonders should not deceive people from what they do. They are one of the finest squads in the league. They play more free-flowing football, keep the ball more, and so we try as much as possible to close spaces that they will create, and then try to take advantage of their vulnerability in terms of how they defend as a team. And so we respect what they have in terms of their ability to keep the ball, and then we also try to exploit their weaknesses in terms of their inability to defend as a team.
To Didi Drama head coach at my Hearts of Folk, also we shall build a strong foundation for our colors, red, yellow, and blue. I will give on the boy against 11 Wonders, and I'm not my daughter, and as I give so a basso. Now, George Pakun, so a Hearts of Folk player, also Dink Mark ahead of game on boy against 11 Wonders. Not so, wait, game on, almost prepare me, or say, fully prepared against 11 Wonders.
In every match, we prepare the best way for us to come out with a victory. So I think we have, from yesterday, the training section has been good from them. The energy and then everything from the boys has been good. So we are well prepared getting into the match in the weekend.
Accra to midfielder George Pakwon so didn't come out ahead of game on ball against 11 Wonders. Now in free Accra, you could Kumasi Accra say Yami Aduma Sunday game able to your Baba Sports and my fantablos Kumasi Asante Kotoko against Basaki Holy Stars. Now dia head coach at my Kotoko Abdul Karim Zito Penso Edin Kuma Accra say we game omo come positively we game also me no mutimi so ma bin pese game we there also ko my Kotoko no say game out me say adia omo hia 3 points because we are announcing performance no as game on against Basaki Holy Stars yeah also 3 points no it me ba and so at my Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Well, positive mentality because we need to win this game seriously. We have to take this game seriously, both technical and then the players themselves. Positive attitude and win at all costs.
When Sino Komaka Abdul Karim Zito to and Krakramukra, it say, Coach, now shade you up performance no. I be a Kosroka Kanaba from Accra. I feel no leg more generous. I don't mean you leg in see part. So they said, yeah, leg no BB and Shana, why be also a marathon race out leg and Kobia. No more conquerors. Ababo can do a beer, Utimiko from my can also do a ana sika kura eni ubotom ana no mo edin papa nanso sana game no city edu ba bia edin but omo kotokofo ne omo gide se e dia feel league ne dia omo ni da so adi akiri.
Make your intention known and then you work towards that, and that is what we are working towards. And I still hold it because it's not too late. As I said, it's a marathon race. Some can start well, and then there will be a time when the gap is reached a certain stage where you can give up. But this, I don't give up till it ends. So we are still fighting for it. And football is about moment. There will be a moment when the white will be shining on you, and there will be a moment when the black is shining on you. So this is, you should not give up. Just like the normal life, when things don't go well, you don't have to sit down and cry. You have to fight hard and then come back to achieve your target. So we are not giving up.
Coach Abdul Karim also, they are not giving up. I don't know. Say be a bit makuru so e dey Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Na if you na yanko takwa Accra. Na say Ibrahim Tanko so head coach Mediama SC. Na otwe your mobile against Carolina United. Na coach so di nkwa Accra say o hwe game on ko boy e Carolina on ma o mo show why one go to the no game on baba ball team ho de o mu ni option be so mutimi win this game because o hwe Carolina no o mo mo ni league ground na o be nya so bitima trophy India o say game on boy against Carolina no o so mutimi get 3 points. O say we game o many di 3 points na chipa.
No, I think in the first game was we lost the game unfortunately in the last minute. I think 90 plus. Yeah, but we did very well in that game. So definitely we are playing home. We also want to keep our 3 points here. We hope that the boys will give us that good results.
Chairman Mediama SC so and on also din Kumaka coach Ibrahim Tanko on so din Kumaka ahead of game one against Carolina United. Now Felix Chains who goalkeeper the my Mediama team so adia the performance na so ni keke on so sa game dey o my crowd for 3 points na just o hwa mo hwe nim say game on ball against Carolina no e be dey nemom o mo dey 3 points na mo hwe nim so mutumanya no so e wo nkonu especially obitima ma no so na hu dey Felix Chains so din Kumaka kakra.
Yeah, okay. Me can say starting season, you know, Carolina 18 was mad day trainer or team winners game against us. And young corn game, you know, with different mentality. Your corner said your corner game I training and the same mentality. Said your born the sign your quacobono and easy game there, and easy. We are promised everything. I'm maintaining the 3 maximum points no. SC goalkeeper Felix Chain on for Dinku Account happy 98.9 FM. Free Premier League na Accra. Ni entasi ka from room Access Bank Division 1 League so na share zone 3 na ka zone 3 no emu ehye pa. Na zone 3 ndi ade a Atom Division so ebebo against FC Nanya again be so Tuba Astroturf na ade a se ne be si akona ochina no games minu so ba so na God versus Golden Warriors na the Great Ambitions versus Okoro United. Sunday games be say 9 ba so Hakla versus Great Olympics, Wafa versus True Democracy, Sympathy against Accra Lions, Port City versus Golden Gate. And so the Access Bank Division 1 League Zone 3 so and so abroad so hasi na you for the room kakra women's football so Accra and so now twa idea women's FA Cup around 16 games so baso na say city o hwa na you know game back to Toja Ali Muhammad Stadium FC Savannah versus Arm of God Ladies. Not now games be say Insia baso Tamale Super Ladies versus Dreams Ladies, Supreme Ladies against Bolga Sharp Arrows, and Pindakwa Ladies versus Jagba Ladies, Army Ladies against Samba Ladies, Hazakes Ladies, and Sonia Epifani Warriors, Ebebon after Kosombo Ladies against Jonina, Sinibisiakwa, Edun Kumuni down. So, has a nice OBIBA America Chromarians, your story bears in Numa meeting about Batu, Mammy for him Kaka, Mammy Yanko. Now, you for a Champions League idea games in so Basso. Now, where my day 3 was a good thing you draw games in Gusu and the 2 games Basso, Elali versus Young Africans, Mamelodi Sundowns against Ireland, Ochina games versus 9 Basso, Power Dynamos against Rivers United, ES Tunis against Simba, JS Kabili against Asfar, RS Bikini, and Sony Perama. Sunday games, Basso, FC Saint Eloi Lipopo against MC Orjan, Stade Malian versus Petro Atletico. The CAF Champions League, and something Brown. So happy 98.9. Now, sorry, Sweden, I can fast the more thing, and farmer high sense from so boy, papa, night me the FC New so Brown. So, I say one of high before bright out me dash it na Prince OBIBA POAKWA Brown. I thought you so happy 98.9 FM.
Sabraya any 2025 away. Na ye bie ensem e de share 2026. High sense per se for America crazy so. Na ye daga na fo nyina se. Yenimpa say, Jidia when you way, Muna near Digano, and na Abuama high sense, yet do some pepensway. So who the uncle boy a man ye, no credit, and the same boy ye chidom. I say him crying, ama yes, she said near my kama at the brim. Technology, at the bro, fino. With terrible boom, ye customer service no so, ya show mukutupan, ye a check caneno. I feel won't say about the quality home appliances and electronics are high sense chino, Moko Bay. Oh, anyway, 2026, I am no meaning in Afi. I did buy a new mama was so our high sense. High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and at E-Productions, we believe it's about the moments that brings us together. That's why we're offering personalized video greetings for families, businesses, churches, and all at highly discounted prices. Let's capture your loved ones, your team, your brand's festive cheer in a way that will make this season unforgettable. Because with E-Productions, you will definitely capture the moment. More discounts for all levels of video productions for your events and occasions. Call E-Productions now on 024-2755-323. Spread joy, capture memories. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Big goal. Big goal. Big goal. Number one everywhere you go. Big goal. For the friends and the family. Big goal. Big refreshing moment. Big goal. For the kids and the adults. Big goal. Boys and girls with a drink of. Big goal. Everywhere the party day. Big goal. We go mash up the place with the. Big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big goal. Big goal. Big goal. Big goal. Big refreshing moments.
Big ol' drink, big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Sabreya yani 2025 ewie. Na ye bie ensem e de share 2026. High sense for for America crazy so. Na ye daga na fo nyina ase. Ye nimpa se gidi a wanya we mu na oni edigwa no. Eno na abuama high sense ye do some pempens we. Se wo hu de enko ya boy amane. Onu kredie. Ene se mo boy ye chidom. Ahye ye nkran ama ye hyehye niema kama e de brem. Technology at the bro fino. With terrible boom. Ye customer service no so. Ya show mukutupan. Ye ye a check caneno. Afe ye won't say about the quality home appliances and electronics are high sense chino. Moko bay. Oh, anyway. 2026. I am no me no afi. I did buy a new mama was so our high sense. High sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
Happy Sports, le meilleur. Happy Sports, supérieur. Happy Sports, exceptionnel. Happy Sports, numéro 1.
Oh, ni pardon. Sigatiati, nala ni pardon. Ni pardon, sigatiati. Ona shika, ona mepo. Eh baba lokoma kani baba sigadazi na ni baba sigadazi wana shika ana mepo.
Happy 98.9 FM adwuman ede pa say ye jade e beche papa ansani beja radio adwuma uye ne ko moja yimu a ni jai eden pa Kwame Jumo Ajimai atenase billionaire journalist. In fact afon ye course Ghana enimunti Ghana for mo ani akiri one of the few Ghanaian journalists are from beginning to the end. Into a new bit me akase or alpha and omega nesa. Enti okoya o shemua kusi fanadin. Kwame, me assure say o AFCON na wako nyina we pa and a year difficult for you to cover. It was very boring for you. Ghana ni huana o kane huasem.
Well, on the contrary, it was an AFCON many G pa. As in covering as a journalist.
Oh, I see.
Because this is the thing. Say, cover a particular nation. Practically everything you intend to do is on that nation. Until, for example, for the time I'm in Kenya, as a journalist concerning the AFCON outside the country. My first opportunity was Gabon 2012. It's like you're literally focused on Ghana. Ghana training, press conference, we be now this. So at a point, Obi realizes say you're not even paying attention too much to the other teams. Just a time in matches are now BBC. But in this particular one, because Ghana it's like you're planning on a day-to-day basis. And the good thing about Morocco, also say, or more transport infrastructure, are very good. Although are normal hosting games, across 6 different cities, it was relatively easy. Luckily for me, Mimi could PM or Casablanca, which is their commercial capital. Into Hona Mefan, say, or more Accra, that kind of thing. And then there's Rabat, which is the administrative capital. Into Nipadodoana or Casablanca. But even between Rabat and Casablanca by road, it's only 1 hour and 6 minutes. So we'll call by train.
1 hour, no,
yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour, because it is 87 kilometers. Ghana ha fiti, baby, I'm a Taifa, about Accra. It is supposed to be about 16 or 17 kilometers. And to me, the be 2 hours. Until you can imagine that 87 kilometers in Kraya, coming the bay 10 hours. And a bay because of all the traffic and all of that. So a quite not a bay problem. Most of these trips that I did, Mantana began by train. Because car maybe are not OMVCT traffic or that kind of thing. But it was by train. Into Missouri no pa. Me check a plan or the previous night and San Meko. And because you apply for the match tickets, it be late in the night, no when your notification say, as a media person, your mawa kwenya say be a kokawasa match we. Timi sorry, I fiti baby and metie echo the main train hub near Freo Kasapo and as Obeko Casa Voyage. Mefa form and I say be a mefa train. Train be the equivalent of be 7 CD. Mafa train na me station, mafa train na ko could route stadium na Morocco born matches ni see train station ne mefa ne say bar stopper ne bar stop baako o pie free train station ma na o stadium o point as one antiaba no afu train no asako. So they made it relatively easy for you to commute between city and city. Into me 50 time I start say me cover AFCON as in live matches. Not do na Ghana matches. And now say could do be quarter final near the other then I may go and watch. But we from the group stages, may assure say be me I didn't really pay attention. But 52 matches na ball competition in na. Me assure say me share live matches be half. Me e bin see that, me nye be that. Not because I mean to me yet, but say Ghana or normal what attention na Ghana. Can create be pen what that teams no. But we every single day. There was a day day na round of 16. Morocco, Tanzania, and the ball first. And then right after, it was Cameroon and South Africa. Luckily, all the 2 matches were in Rabat, which and the 2 stadiums was about 30 or 45 minutes away from each other. Ghana han come into me. Me pon Morocco match na otilo mi pie se media no was special entrance. Me pia me call me nim kakra. Me hwe se na Morocco fo na bodom pema. Enya de ade we meet to me. Me gina kwan no ho a menya akokra taxi be power within minutes na Medru Stadium onum. Within a period of just about an hour, I watched 2 round of 16 matches live. It wouldn't have been possible in other countries if the transport network was not greater. It wouldn't have been possible. So it made joy more than say Bianca Ghana Kahua. Then my focus is entirely on Ghana. Na me jeze bibia Ghana ball cry na mijinaho. And that's what you are literally focused on. So for me it was
this AFCON crowd was different for
me. It was the one I really enjoyed because I got to explore. I got to see the country proper. The Anama Kanya fa Morocco na sana me ko because experiencing the life. Maybe I'm one of Abia Situation Georgia. Or my commentary ninti. I am one of the fans everyday journalists. Me call virtually all the cities. I call her match. Me call baby apart from Agadir. They know quite what. And also no money dream going on here. Into be go by bus. Bus on 6 hours. I'm saying no go about me
bubu.
And no open man call, but all the other venues, Casablanca, Rabat, Tonje, Fes, and Marrakesh. Minya kwenya koho. Enya kwenya hwe krum. Ya kechiri. Ya meet me aka.
What's it then?
Ya kechiri.
Ehifo.
Ya kechiri.
In terms of the development,
ya kechiri.
A whole fe
ya kechiri papa. Ba ku yukrum na ba ku yakura.
Eno eye Kwame Jumajima ba Accra so fokufo ma men kan che mo se mo chairman abepie mu e wa ha. Supporters nyina chairman Yusuf ono o medi chairman no kra na o mo frɛ ne chairman Yusuf dida. Waba bepie mu e wo efia ha. Na enen so a waba no chairman yemre no so de ekopa na waba esan se Accra so fokufo e na odi omanim. The papa yo ti wonchen mi won so ba o chia no no oye kotokoni mapa but enye hwe wachia na enye hwe oye kotokoni mapa nkasa chema me mo akwa ba bibia bokọ de
ya won ria nyame adom no mpaibo ye ho ye
kotokofo no ye do so
sa
ye so ye careful
minimum nko a
uni menko a ene me introduce ba kwa ma
hwan
ono te mi sani fa
Kwame Jumajima minim pacho minim so ye mi pacho mesi minim so ye kotokoni
me catch o se o ye kotokoni
okay mate
we say kotokoni ye titi nkrofo ni elu ni o
mate
so
enti mate
Kwame ya titi na ono no
me ono minim so wo Legon Cities 11 Wonders
this year prayer this year
ejuma wa ya ma santi kotokoni ni ebi ni o TV station bi no TV station bi da o chabo bo da o ko ba kotokoni o si dey and kotokoni TV there was another TV station that was attached to GTV smart aha I feel no about
chairman me mo akwa ba
na ejuma ma santi kotokoni da o
wakra so folk yi kosen said the name Econo when you go buy and che mum de but said the name Econo when you giana
de na eko mame fasta akwanya iso na menchia matie what matie fo nyina ene haso folk abusia ku ni nyina menchia all the chapters ene regional chairmen ni nyina ene me executives menchia obibia and akra haso folk yekoyenim akra na menim de ekoso awo ka se de ekoya
o say home performance no ade a o supporters no ma complaining about home performance season we moko away a se league nke ye bona wa kama ya ade pa so far ba e ba home ne dia na se menim se players no muntimi mo because last Friday mama stadium de e wo Legon ba me hwe match ni bi e wo TV so chances are mo players no enya ye mo say no ene performance modern di no enye haso folk home matches performance no modern di sana supporters ni bebre eka eno ho asem na mebusa wi
no kre edrutem bia as a supporter de omodika because supporter de only man say utima wene na uko wanim ndi so one wene amana at least obehu so one more homeward but in all no yenye amunyina ye team a obia yenyina ye hwe anim se ye betimi agikruwa no amaye class nti omo so bo mo homeward as to dreams aye ne omo boy no but they metimi aka ne say ye coach no ni players no e bo mo homeward
Happy FM 98.9
normal baye boy o analytic wo opponent a wan he OBIBA begu anim ase yenim teams bebre omo wase ho omo ne akasefo no bo as a World Cup no omo bo
sure
yes obebo no homeward to the sense say yenim ba bia ya na sa hondi no efri ebe omumu. These are some of the reason why ya na team akase ne ebre e won ketwa nsa no say players na improve akire yen say omo ye good o say so team no nso na epeso omo kire esese hu but in all no coaches ne players no so ebo omo homeward say ebebo league ni be wie na ye the top of the league log.
As chairman, supporters chairman, mu GDA ewo the current staff wo House of Folk no me can the technical staff no mu ogidi wo mu.
Oh yes. Ye ogidi pa ade na didi dramani enye ye wo ne career mu. So what do you say? Ade na onye
Premier League winner.
Yes, wa coach.
Former Blasters assistant coach.
Very good. Wait me wo boni nyina. Osan kwa amano ne akosua de aba. Na wa wo hwe de ono so ye wo team no ho a team no gina wo frama so na so omo bo a you could see say obi a kire omo de na omo ye sa de no. So unlike a team big in for the so now about to say mbade mo no enkoyi and results no ma but unsan hu coach no so nsan no e wo sa team no so but in this situation who say did the ye adwuma ne nsan dan koda no so o ba gina ha sei men ko mbro ha sei onya bo na ye ne sei utimi hu say omo bo obi nsan no adwuma bi e de ayeden e de a kire wi ase nyina ntino didi ne napso na ye de ayese Oliver Twist no we always ask for more but bi omo obia no we don't see them to be there yenim so metimi ayama na brosa so omo apo omo game na wi ase nyina ehu
FM 98.9
Only supporters ni bi omo se me more player bi adin but utieti supporters ni bi omo se o player we there on deserve so bebo has o kra no ndru ye ne mfisa sansem no as supporters chairman only nkrofo ya adwen aba sansem say their players be wo hasa omo level no enu has level no only omo ya adwen sa.
Okay, I think say we are say there obi apen kan ko we are say enti no they make me catch me supporters you know and say mumma ye encourage guys no yen show mon cry because en kan tete nipa na ye wo na omo bobo no ebia na nda omo boy. So what they are saying is say sure mon crying emo who say yet o machi bibie mu a I think they can do better because so bia ni ho a na we so good and so more has of folk eko turn abe no so good. Sometimes it's like that. Players ni be brave o ho a omo ye good na yakoto omo ni asan be polish o maka ho. Ebi wo nso a omo ba system mu a na say omo da 98.9 na house of folk abe polish omo. Inti me catch this place your more say they are equally like those who have come and served the club. Inti ometi me ayama na ye. Now sometime in life no so omo kan wani ma na so omo criticize wa. Onye so omo mpe ana so omo no but omo hia more from you. Omo hia said de wo no enye ogina be ya no no. Ubetimi aye de brosa. That is what I see say supporters no ama players no so ama omo so. Inti if they hear certain things no memo home house of folk no mo bono and you know sometimes yeah kuma no ne no yeah the feeling ne bibia akɔhye football no mo nti say enko say the pen na akoya asembebre so I will tell the players and say mema home kra omo body so mbebo no
chairman Yusuf ene ne din komo no national supporters chairman the ma club no Accra House of Folk who asem ne kan big arguably the biggest club ewo my Ghana mu ha ehun komo na yedi no ye beba na ya bebusa chairman say mehu pictures a mo visit NSC boss owura ya ampofo ankra mehu so say makọ owura benu no mensa eho sa visitation ne ade no is towards eden.
Okay, when we say Emra na ye namo ebo pro e dia pesa to me we no ye can say me break there. House of Folk supporters say nyame ya do na so mo de to me ni maye na omo matia da e wo club no ho ene unity e wo say ba club no mo no e bebo mbodin say ye ba ye de sa unity ni beba nti se ohun sa pictures na e ho anamo na ye den ye tu se de be ya omo matia da ne omo fi say omo twe anase supporters no hu so omo twe omo ho afri team no ho no e wo say visit omo na ye de ye plans a yes ye wo no e de ato
FM 98.9
ka chiro omo say omo mpin team no anase ye omo team no mu because once a phobian is always a phobian and you know a friend is saying mo nya team no e my hosa omo mra na nyina ye nsum team no na ye nko ye nim so who say yes rasa sampanimfo yi a omo ye mpanimfo a omo abaye bia me ye ho omo ye ofa a friends and ni aibontenom Yura Steve Akwiti, Bobulomo, and a friend is saying, yeah, and then stops them like Nipa Bibria baby. Na so my best some that's and or more or my jam may be mamma so a year at least and you can't so you manija or more cramus is saying to say you're right to go a feather and then a pound for more creating when you say no harm. It be a make us a me bomb my basso. The sampany fooling in I call Mohon no more but to grab basso pass the oil and young coupon manor hondina on to me. They know say good times will come. And that the more than kakra. I enya de here. Of the fold, no, to be upon whom more be brave to the extent say, yem fanon to two be a home Ghana has say, ye pe be the not to tour. Like I say, or say a quaman on a day, who got to sa a team Sakasiane or Hono Nagana had ye, Obiano Hua. Of the fold, no to say infrastructures near the no, nobody can tackle us. No, never see a shannon crying. Now, Tissue Park and also there. I know say glory times now you buy a near confederations and Virgin Cows and I don't know. It will come again. Ye be ye at the strong one. I took administration be at the strong one. I might be a singing at home. And Tina de here and saying a veterinachi. Na yet me a concord in Aquanim.
Enti and Kambumua and Amugusun Pacho. Mammy Musa said, oh, yeah, before I'm more better, but now ye establishment candidate and now owner top to be more. Sponsor or man or buy and
nobody sponsor me. The only person I made my cast one mamma I a friend is saying Nijase or Nungwa a friend Pukeke on a Pukeke no. Yes, on the mammy scar physical say support to campaign or right after or no or be no how bet me a
say be a Togo no because so you see would now honor me pill obey. Ibibia oba ona me no be timi aye dwuma pa wante sa eno bi
no man tie no bi tugbe me visit no as a supporter na me support club no na no ma bi o ho me ye ne fe nti oto no nsa frɛ me
okay
e bo ma ba so e hye me nkran wo de na me ye ho sa mbre no kura na me nye madwen sɛ
ba be contest
so what I say na enam sa privilege na menya wo na nimu nti no tama na me contest no man kɔ no ho me maneti ase say waste to me we na me yeden me pray but man kɔ no ho because na mpese ye fair and moreover so no supporters no
Happy FM 98.9
supported who no say me be di animu a ye be di ya na say ye be konkan eno nti no mo votu ma me na obi ni ho a wa ma me nsa so say we ni me doba o so ma nti montomma no na supporters na me ne yo ene me nsem kae aso omania omato ama me se me medi omanim kan
eno eye chairman Yusuf and kind nso de udi pa udi ni kama about one issues kakra ba ho de ni nyina issues e ba ho nyina eye mea me bra pani opiaro no ya me bra pani Kobe Jones yes ono akuru ya enokofa asemba ma adi delay kakra court minimum said the non crofo yin enye untina no mo ye ekobi ntia na omo ye ono a onim ne moba mo ye adwuma kama na what is say mu benya MD foforo akra asofo at supporters mate abamonim
eno ma gina bi wo ho a ya na ye supporters ye mfa ye ho fare ho too much ekosi se ye de ye bo
98.9
said ye be yo mo gina etuo o ma gina etuo ene o mo ne ye ebekọ yie e wo club no mo de ama yen enti no ma bi wo ho na se yen ye be kan na akoye se ye pe ene ye pe se o mo ye so wo ho de me kire nso obi an so ne adwuma ye adwuma ne se ye be kasa kire ye supporters
ase obi ba na munnim se ontimi mu a se mutimi ka
enti so obi ba se na se yanka hwen so ane de enim so obebo anti na yanka hwe
okay ba mate se mu benya MD foforo de
ena me ka se en panimfo si gina ya be to machi 100% say
okay
say no mo kan de ya yeso ye to machi de ombe ye bi ye be ko yi ama club ne de ye ni omo be ko ena kranda da bia
na Jesse o pese na pese o kan
on the board on the panimfo efa new MD no so no as supporters chairman on the board ne so
menye sure mpacho Oh, board in so.
Okay, me nyanko board.
Oh, nyanko board.
So okay, so then
Onyanko board.
Let me relax my.
Senka our board in this one kami musana sema me busano no. Because our board in so the anka decision no nim.
But why is he not on the board?
Assistant kakra. Assistant kakra.
Say previous chairman on one who free so. On
one free so.
Good. But this one there's a new chairman.
Yes.
See what has changed? Because has arrangement...
okay, mami ebia ono head ye musa ne say when you we be say say oba board ne so ana.
Because by default, you know.
By default, by arrangement. Enye conventional.
Yeah, so
convention.
Once
enti me musa ne chairman Yusuf me pa che wo. Ye ni musa by convention no. Oh yes, supporters chairman. Oh board ne so. When your invitation be sebra board ne so as a board member na.
Oh, abusiana. We say that ben am buy. That ben.
Oh, so abe moto no October na. Se me kaya se moto no October.
Enti bosumi say ni.
Enti October, November, December, January. And na 23rd of January. Enti en fan se bosumi ensa.
Okay. We akoya achichide ne ma asem. Enti yesimpani fo ofie. The TBA and move to the Befimaba.
But any because I think that honestly the once the election had taken place and he was duly elected and I'm sure that communication would have gone to the hierarchy of the club say when he had immediately in the SK letter be say
in fact on the day of election no. Now board member Ora Kwesi Ajima, he was there.
Yeah, so by virtue of so the point is that immediately he was duly elected and the board was informed. You know? I mean, it should be automatic. Say he should have been written to by now. Say from such and such and such a date.
Okay, onwa say oba yenche. Oba onwa say oba yenche nti just yenya ma no. Onwa no say oba yenche.
Oba yenche but say ye observers. Nti as observers no these are the analysis that we are putting across. Say ideally ache. Nti na se board no mu refi omo because previous chairman dey ono anu free ho.
Yeah, ono wo so na bibi ban no no say
so ono anu say what must say so does that mean say because of quina or fast so the free so now supporters chairman at the end it's now being taken away from the
chairman you see the end be to say chairman there after Alhaji Akambi no
Etu
ahene
e bia chairman Etu ahene de ni bia say chairman Etu ahene wan call board ne so enti e bia na
he was a board member
sir
yes he was a board member no a arrangement so the point is that for me I think that
and still I own your invitation.
Yeah, so it's surprising.
The appointment letter, I say, Omra board.
It's extremely surprising. Say,
Kwame and Chairman Yusuf for hire you. Yemre no, Wabeji Yemre Nina, but a year Mark House of Folk. Time as 12 about Chairman. 12 about news for Naba into your best sorry. Your best sorry. Yamia Duma, now what you send, your Bebana, sir.
You betting Komobia on because of no more Morocco. Say Morocco journalist. The way I no more Tata Morocco coach. No. It will be very interesting to do that analysis. Say
no more Tata. No. Say why then?
Say I'm sure Nyade. I'm sure
Morocco coach, you know.
I'm telling you, and for somebody who had lost only 4 games. Yes. No more. They were still demanding. They were really demanding excellence.
I mean, in the course of the tournament, I met many Moroccans who maybe that is what led to all that we saw from day one. Say if Siano Mobebone the Omun Rubebia, so maybe they needed help, and that's why we saw it in every game.
So the point is the truth of the matter is that. One other Morocco journalists you describe you as being negative. No me negative.
Jesse the Bibiana Chairman Yusuf for Wanusina for Wanusina news for them.
They catch a crowd of folk supporters. I say this Saturday, which is a China 3:30 match. yene 11 wonders Legon Sports Stadium.
Obi amra
na ometa team na chi na yentimi pick it up 3 points na yentimi build it up.
Na mo betimi a pick sa 3 points ni de. Den ma mo Chairman Yusuf.
Yeje yenkoda ni de. Masters yeje yenkoda ni.
Phobia
Masters.
Continental Club Masters.
We are the Continental Club Masters.
Obia say
never say die.
Glory across of.
I see edu keteke nananom ene yen. Yen ye de ebinsi da.
House of folk.
Na kasia bono de pa na wo pe wo ho.
Chairman Yusuf, one man tell.